It's December 17th, 2025. I am at Joel Pearl, thejoelpearl.com on Blue Sky, and it's time to get in the weeds. A wonderful Wednesday, and we're all about it. Jeremy Lambert's here. Give me a hell yeah.
Joel, I have a lot of coffee today. Might have some NWA to do a little bit later on. But we're going to drink coffee all throughout this show. Even if I finish this cup, I will go and I will get another cup of coffee because it is all in celebration of the one, the only, the great Thea Hail rightfully winning the NXT Women's North American Championship. You already know what the banner is. It's kind of the same as last week, except I've made an addendum to it. Thea Hail is the NXT Women's North American Champion. You are all welcome because I willed this into existence. I made this happen. I'm the one who has been for over... I don't remember the first time I mentioned Thea Hail. It's been over a year now because she wasn't booked at all after that match against Roxanne Perez. And I called out Shawn Michaels because he looks in multiple directions, but he could not look in Thea Hail's direction for the longest time. And finally, he looked in Thea Hail's direction, and he put the title on her. Rightfully so. Wasn't unplanned at all.
No, it was all part of the show. You like that? It's all part of the show, man. He was doing it. That's what Shawn was saying. He turned around, he looked at the writers, and he just said, "You like that? It's all part of the show." And they were all just like, "Yes, Heartbreak, you're right. That was part of the show." And then they all looked at each other and they were just like, "Okay, what the fuck was that? What do we do now?" Someone asking, "Is Chase Hughes still a thing?" No. Well, yes, it exists. Yeah. But for those who don't watch NXT, and I understand to a certain degree, you're missing out on the best. You're missing out on the best 2 hours of TV where nothing makes sense and it doesn't matter. It's literally kids say the darndest things mixed with what's the one the points don't matter, the improv show. Whose line is it anyway?
Oh, whose line is it anyway? Yeah.
Yeah, it's whose line is it anyway mixed with kids say the darndest things because everyone on that show is like 18. No, Chase U doesn't exist. They went from being bankrupt in a gambling ring that they never really followed up on to having to sell calendars with pretty girls because JC Jane came out and was like, "I'm going to help you guys." And then she didn't even buy back the school. She just said, "All right, off you go." And nothing really came of that. And then they disbanded, and then Chase U had to disband, and then they came back, and now Chase U has a new class, and the new class doesn't include anyone that you know other than Andre Chase in the role of what's his face, Dustin Diamond. And Screech, and unfortunately, we're going to turn into Andre Chase becomes a crackhead who has to box for a living, and then we're just going to be up in arms.
Is that? Oh yeah, okay, Screech. Okay.
That's how real life.
It took me a second. Yeah. It took me. I was like, is that what they're setting up on NXT? I'm not getting that vibe at all. I mean, I am because it's NXT, and like it wouldn't surprise me if that's the way they went with things. But yeah, okay, that's how unfortunately Dustin Diamond's life turned out with everything.
Everything blends into reality. It's wrestling.
He did wrestling, didn't he? He was on that Hogan show, wasn't he?
Did he? Oh, didn't he do a TNA run?
Oh. Did he win the Hogan? No, the winner of the Hogan show was like Hogan's like good friend who'd like done wrestling before. Remember Hulk Hogan had a reality show where like he was picking like a celebrity wrestler? Somebody has to remember that. I'm not making this up. This is a real thing that truly happened.
So he did do a TNA run. I was right. He appeared in the Asylum Weekly pay-per-view. He was billed as Screech. He challenged Tiny the Bellkeeper to a boxing match. Screech won by knockout in 42 seconds. In 2008, Diamond was a contestant on Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Championship Wrestling. He was on CMT, apparently. He was a special guest referee for Celebrity Big Bang Wrestling. Mistress Devin James versus Susan Finkelstein on July 22nd, 2010. Go ahead, find the match if you want. And then in 2011, he teamed with Jordan McIntyre and Knight Wagner.
Drew's
losing
brother?
To Mischief, I guess. Mischief, Marion Fontaine, and Crotch with a K, by the way, in an intergender match at AAW. Oh, there you go, up by your neck of the woods. But this one was in Marion Park.
AAW?
Oh, no, you're right. You're AIW.
AIW, yeah.
AAW is in Illinois. And then March 17, he teamed with Bushwhacker Luke.
Oh, good for him.
Izzy Slapowitz and Doink the Clown. They beat Virgil, Ashley Six, Celine Jean, and Sheena in a TWE. Oh, that was in Vaughan. This was in Toronto.
You should have gone to that, coward.
I should have. This was when 2011. I was living in city. He lost his final match. He lost his final match in a tag during the main event of FTW Summer of Sin in Ronkonkoma in New York, July 7th, 2012. And then when did he die? He died 2012? Oh, no, it was in 2021.
No, I don't remember when he died. Dennis Rodman won Hogan's Celebrity Championship Wrestling, right?
Of course he did.
Can you double check that up for me?
Yes, I can check. Dennis Rodman was declared the winner on December 6th.
Yeah. I knew it was like one of Hogan's pals, and I was trying to think of like which pal it was, and then it came to me that it was Rodman. Like that was so rigged from the very beginning. I was like, oh, Rodman's on the show, a guy who's actually wrestled and who's really close friends with Hogan. Shocker that he wins the competition.
So the people who were part of the contestants were Todd Bridges, Trishelle Canatella. Wow, Trishelle. That's a name. Nah, blast in the past. Dustin Diamond, as we're speaking of. Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah, I remember he was on the show.
Yeah, Aaron Murphy, Dennis Rodman, who won. Frank Stallone, Tiffany Darwish, and Nikki Zierling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, those names sound right.
Yeah, crazy.
They just took all the people from like the VH1 reality shows, like Celebrity Rehab and whatever shows they were doing at the time. Like, all right, here's your new gimmick. You're going to do Hulk Hogan's Celebrity, because Hogan was on VH1. Hogan's Knows Best was on VH1. Like, now we're all just going to throw you into celebrity wrestling out here. And that's literally what I feel like Danny Bonaducci is actually pretty good at the wrestling gimmick.
He got injured, apparently.
Oh, all right.
And so he was eliminated week 5, but eliminated officially on week 7 for some reason. Maybe it was when they were airing the shows.
He was doing pretty well. Who was runner up on that thing?
Let me take a look. Todd Bridges and Eric Ash were eliminated in week 8. That was the final week.
Right.
And Todd Bridges was number 9. Okay, so yeah, I guess it was down to Ash, Bridges, and Rodman. And he won. Darwish was eliminated week 1. Frank Stallone week 2, Aaron Murphy week 3, week 4 was Nikki Ziering. Where are we? 5. There was no week 5. So week 6, Trishelle. 7 was Danny Bonaducci. But so Danny was week 5, but then he got bumped to week 6. He was brought back in week 6 because of an injury. Oh, I guess someone was injured. I don't know. Whatever. I didn't watch this. Dustin Diamond week 8. So he actually made it right to the end too. So it was a 4-way. So it was Dustin Diamond, Todd Bridges, Eric Ash, and Dennis Rodman. Oh, okay, fine, sure. Good for you, Dustin Diamond. Apparently, Butterbean made an appearance.
Yeah, that sounds right.
What is going on?
That sounds right. Yeah, I watched this show. I might have actually like covered this show for I don't know some. Now I'm very curious. Okay, hold on. Let's see if Google still has all this. Well, Hogan Celebrity Championship Celebrity Championship.
Delgado saying, thank you. I tried to block out seeing that Screech boxing match in person, and you just ripped open that Band-Aid. Hey, man, if I saw it, we all see it.
I can't find anything on the Google here that I tried to pull up if I covered this show. I thought I might have covered it for 411 Mania at the time, but maybe I did not. I definitely remember watching it, sadly. I definitely remember watching it.
So in week 8, they did a tag team match. This was the final week. And by the way, they gave everyone, they had to do a gimmick. And of course, what do you think Dennis Rodman went with?
He just went Rodzilla.
You bet he did.
Yeah,
he just went
he just Rodzilla
gimmick. Yeah. And Mr. Not So Perfect, who was portrayed by, who was Mr. Not So Perfect? Todd Bridges. They defeated the winner.
He did pretty well, I think.
Yeah, Bridges made it to the end.
Yeah.
And they defeated the winner and Mean Bean. So the winner was Dustin Diamond, and Mean Bean, of course, was Butterbean. He was one Mean Bean. And then for the CCW title, Rodzilla defeated Todd Bridges, Mr. Not So Perfect.
Yeah, Todd Bridges actually did like pretty. I forgot he made it to the final, but like his gimmick was pretty good. He seemed to take it really serious. Rodman just played Rodman, and he was always gonna win because that's Hogan's pal.
Like, yeah, it's also just Rodman.
Yeah, he was. You saw that lineup when it got introduced. It's like, oh yeah, Dennis Rodman's winning this. Sorry to everybody else. You guys are just here for the money at this point because you ain't winning this thing.
Some amazing talent. I almost want to go back and watch this show, but I feel like I'm not gonna like it.
Should do a review. Do a review.
Is this going to be your monthly new select show that's coming in 26?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I hope Sean has more details on that today. I'm supposed to be on the hump today. That's, yeah. Really bottom of the barrel here. Joel last week, me this week. Sean's really running out of options, clearly.
It's going to be you and Sean talking about Mick Foley while you don't say anything about Mick Foley.
No, I like Mick Foley. I'll say something about him. I don't know what we're talking about. Are we talking about Cena, I guess? Like, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, I guess the fallout from Cena and then probably a bit about Mick and Holiday Bash, which will be airing while you're on the show.
Yeah.
It will be airing. It will be happening while you're on the show.
Yeah. That's fine. I can still... I'll get a bunch of work done during it as I typically do. I didn't realize I had a doctor's appointment at 1:00 today, so I was like, oh, I have a doctor's appointment between these shows. Then I thought, I was like, am I gonna be able to do the show? But my doctor's right up the street, and it should be quick. It's just like a checkup to make sure I'm not dead, and I don't think I'm dead, so should not be a very long appointment.
I mean, at least you get to talk about Thea Hail because that was a select story that we
Yeah, I do plan on I'm going to bring up Thea Hail the entire show. That's going to be the bit, is I'm going to work in Thea Hail into every single thing that we talk about and see how annoyed Sean gets.
The most must-see episode of The Hump you'll ever watch. Oh, God. Okay, Grace is saying Triller is going to show it at 9 p.m. Eastern instead of 8. So those of you who are watching AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash, it's going to be shown an hour later, which, I mean, I dislike that very much, but it's fine. Yeah. SP3 says, of course, Sean asked Joel and Jeremy to be on that show after I called him out for not asking me. And he says he wants people from Fightful as guests, not from Fightful as guests. Hey, man, we got to the bottom of the barrel, SP3. It's okay. Maybe you're just outside.
SP3, I'd say he'll be next week, but it's Christmas Eve next week. I assume that Sean's not doing the show next week.
I'm half surprised he hasn't asked me to do the Dynamite review next week. Just be like, hey, you're Jewish, you have no one to handle, why don't you do it?
Is there gonna be a Dynamite review next week?
He says no, but I was just like, if you really want one, like, I can do it because it's the Hammerstein one, so like maybe you want one.
True. We got to figure out what we're doing next week with this show.
Take 2 weeks off and quit the business, brother.
No show on Christmas. We've pretty much decided that.
Tony said no. What happened. Tony said no. We pitched doing a full 2 hours with Tony Khan, and Tony's like, I love you guys. Sorry, I love you. You guys are the best. You deserve a pay-per-view within the weeds, but we can't do it. Not this time.
Yeah, no show on Christmas. We allegedly have families that we need to spend time with in the morning. Well, I feel like I'm good to do a show every other day, though, outside of Christmas.
I mean, we'll talk with SP3 and we'll get that sorted away. Like I said, on my side of things, my kid's home from like Christmas Day until the 5th of January. So it's just figuring out the scheduling of childcare. Because like, I don't want him jumping into this room when I'm talking at all. Or I don't want him on camera. I don't want him in here. And yeah.
Yeah, just sit him in a corner and be like, shut the hell up.
You'd think that would work, but within 2 seconds,
it doesn't,
Daddy. And now he's at that point where he does this. He does daddy, and he does it like the annoying way. Yeah.
Give him some mana. Knock him out. He'll be all right.
Oh, so he slept in yesterday, or today, I should say. Nice, I was surprised. I was like, I woke up, it was 7:30, and I didn't hear a peep. I was like, huh? You're usually up by 6:30. What happened? This is great. And then he was this big screaming asshole. But anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, we'll see about. We do have to figure out next week. Honestly, there might be a couple of days that we can just kind of relax and take off because
I'll do a solo show if I need to.
Sure. I mean, maybe we'll do truncated shows. Who knows? Just because World's End will be the only like newsworthy piece coming up. Like you can like yes, Wrestle Kingdom is one, but like there's no TV to lead up to Wrestle Kingdom. There are no angles leading up to Wrestle Kingdom that are going to build the show more than the matches that have been announced and the cards official. At least with World's End, there will be stuff in the can. WWE is going to do taped garbage. NXT is going to be year-end
Yeah,
awards.
did you see those SmackDown spoilers? Those suck.
It's what I told you it would be. It's exact. I told you guys they're going to punt, and it's just going to be matches for the sake of matches to do the holiday shows. It's a here damn show.
That's not even matches for the sake of matches. They didn't do anything on that show.
What did you expect? They have an entire. That's kind of the benefit of them having the Rumble at the end of January is that they can punt in December and then be like, all right, January, it's a new year. Get excited. We have the Netflix January 5th show and everything else doesn't matter. And we're going like the January 2nd show is going to be a 3-hour SmackDown. Get ready. Till then, they're just like, anyway, every match you've already seen the last 2 weeks, we're just going to run them back. In fact, there'll be no contest in those matches. I'm pretty sure that our Boxing Day episode, spoiler alert, we won't be talking about SmackDown. So,
oh yeah. That's true. I mean, I know they don't do great television in December, but I read those spoilers. And it's very funny because it's for next week. It's for next Friday.
Yeah, this Friday is live. That's even funnier.
Yeah, this Friday is live. And so these spoilers are for next Friday. I'm like, why didn't you... Because Raw is taped next week, but they didn't want to tape Raw before Raw because then you would be giving away, sort of, what was on Raw this week, and then their schedule's so wonky. But they're like, all right, well, this is SmackDown a week and a half from now, almost 2 weeks from now. What can we do? I know, let's just do nothing, and then splice in a bunch of video packages in there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was. Those spoilers were terrible. Like, man, they really don't care about this stuff. We might do shorter shows next week. I might do solo stuff next week. I don't know. SP3 is obviously welcome to join me, and maybe other people will want to pop on and everything. But outside of Christmas Day, like I'm kind of good to do a show whenever. Christmas Day, we can only do a show, or at least I can only do a show if TonyCon is on. That's it.
Yes, Tony's the only reason to change it.
Yeah. If Tony's not on, then we will not be on. But any other day, even if it's a shorter show, that's I want to be here for you guys.
Well, I don't care about that. Chat's okay. It's fine. I don't care that much. Tomorrow is Kate and SP3. That is the plan. If it changes, then it'll be SP3 going solo. We'll see what happens. So anyway, we're almost 20 minutes in, so we should probably get you to leave a thumbs up on the video if you haven't already. What are we doing? Go ahead, leave a thumbs up. See, soon enough I'll be able to do the thumbs up with the fireworks too. I'll be special just like Jeremy. Yeah, that's right. When I actually have an hour or a few hours to myself to set up my stuff. Anyway, go ahead, leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. And while you're at it, you can go ahead and you can subscribe to the channel. Clips every day, shorts every day, live show every day. Why not? Except for the weekends. Weekends don't count. Weekends are an anomaly. They don't exist. It's fine. And while you're at it, you can also leave a super chat, an email, get your question or your statement read on the air. Lab Glass, of course, starts us off. Hell yeah. That's what I would do too. Thank you.
Our poll question for today. Very simple. We shall see how the people feel about this. But the poll question is Thea Hail. The options are Thea Hail, Thea Hail, Thea Hail,
or I Hate Fun,
and Thea Hail.
Oh, Thea Hail.
Yes. This is just really an experiment of people voting on 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's really what this experiment is all about.
Well, all right then.
Oh, there you go, folks. Vote on the poll question of Thea Hail.
Oh, just an amazingly stupid show that we do. Oh gosh. What should we do? Where are we? Should we talk about NXT?
We're talking about Thea Hail, Joel. What? Nothing else happened last night that matters.
Oh, well, hold on. I do need to take a little. Listen, just like you were all like, "Oh, I was right," and you weren't right. You were just espousing opinions that you eventually got right. I was right, Jeremy. Leon Slater won the number one contendership for the Tuesday show to get the Tuesday title shot. Yes, Joel was right somehow. It took a few extra weeks, but we got there. Leon Slater, he won the 4-way. He is going to face Obafemi for the NXT championship. It's going to be very funny when Javon Evans turns on Leon Slater and everyone's just going to turn heel to go after Obafemi, and Oba's going to be like, I'm just better than everybody. And then he smashes them and stacks them. And Obafemi is the ruler. He's pinning Ricky Saints, and he's pinning Ricky and what's his face, Javon Evans, and he's pinning Leon Slater, just stacked on stacked on stacked. They're like, I'm better than Roman Reigns, stacking 3 bodies instead. That's where we're at now. But yes, Leon Slater won the 4-way, as he should have. Got you with that tweaked knee in the middle of the match too. I was nervous. I was like, oh, X Division down the toilets if he's gone. Well, I mean, X Division's already down the toilets because TNA is right ready to, sign him up.
It does rule that NXT's like, hey, we don't want to beat any of our guys, so we're just going to beat your X Division champion in this match.
Just the best. That's what I'm here for.
He just lost his tag team match on Saturday. I realize those matches don't count. And now he won this match.
Non-canon, Jeremy. Yes. Non-canon.
He won this match, which is good. But now he's going to lose to Oba out of this. But like, it's a good opportunity for Leon. It's going to be a great match. Like, Oba and Leon, those two aren't going to miss. So I'm looking forward to that match between those two. And yeah, Leon's WWE bound whenever he can be free to be WWE bound, because
brother,
he's more WWE than TNA at this point.
The way they told this, the way Shawn's effectively told the Joe Hendry signing story, where Shawn Michaels was like, I want him at any cost. I want him. And guess what? They got him. They are more than willing to do it. The thing is, the difference between Joe Hendry and Leon Slater, contractually speaking, is amount of time left when they executed. With Joe, I think it was only a few months, whereas Leon Slater, you still got the better part of a year left on his deal, right? If he's October of 2026, that's a long time to have to pay out. Not that they're not willing to pay out because they have millions of dollars, but like, there is a bit of a game to show how much you care about someone and how much leverage you have. I don't know how quickly TNA is going to be ready to give someone up, given that they're not in as much of a money crunch as they were.
Give them up.
Yeah, because they gotta put something around him, right? They got to do something with Leon Slater.
Yeah, sure. They'll do something with him, but
I think
that dude's gone.
No, he's gone when the first opportunity comes. I think he'll stay working until maybe. Listen, past Genesis is one thing. Past Rebellion, maybe that's the last appearance. That's April. Get him to sign to NXT in time for Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, he'll stay working because he's under contract, but that dude's gone when he's got the opportunity to leave, and maybe even a little bit before, because they're like, yeah, we don't want you like getting hurt in this company or them doing some dumb shit with you, so you just take a couple months off. You can keep working NXT dates. You can work these NXT live events. That's what Hendry did. He just worked a bunch of NXT live events. So
in my brain, I mean, going back to Rebellion's probably the weekend of the 25th, 6th of April, because AEW just took the 11th, 12th for Dynasty on the 12th. WWE has WrestleMania the 18th, 19th. So that leaves you the 4th, 5th, which they could do. And I think it'd be smarter if they ran it first. And then again, if we're going back to Leon Slater conversation, then be able to take Leon for Stand and Deliver that weekend. And instead,
they can take him whenever they want.
I know, but I'm talking like just in terms of scheduling. This is where my brain is more in the schedule than they just take him whenever he wants. They can take him whenever they want. I'm talking about if everyone wants to play a little bit nicely, and assuming they want him on their roster by Stand and Deliver, that's when I would do it.
He's on the roster anyway, like, not officially, but he's there every week.
It's more getting the X Division title off of him. Without in a, I won't say a meaningful way, but a meaningful way.
He'll lose that shit on NXT TV to Javon Evans if they want to. Like, they don't care.
They'll go to Stacks.
They do not care at all about getting this exhibition title off of him. Ain't their problem. Again, he'll lose it. It's very possible he loses it on NXT TV. They do a triple threat match because they love those things. And maybe you do put. They don't want to beat Javon. Stax is a good shout, honestly. You put Stax in there, and then who's next up in TNA to win the X Division title? You watch that show.
Just thinking about it, they've got a few guys. That's the thing. They did a 4-way this past week to determine the number one contender. They went back to Cedric Alexander, which, I mean, you could do worse than having Cedric. He's not the youngest guy in the room, but he is a guy. He is a guy. They had Jake something in the match. They had Wentz in the match. Wentz might not still be with TNA by the end of the year. Who was the fourth? I don't remember who the fourth was.
It doesn't matter.
Jake something, Wentz. Oh, maybe Trey, actually. Maybe Two Rascals, Jake something. And either way, I'm forgetting who it was. He could be Lexus King who wins that X Division title. The leader of the NXT TNA Invaders. According to Matthew Raywald.
Yeah, so the point here is they could just do a triple threat match on NXT TV, and that's how you get the title off of the Lex division. Oh, that's really good.
It's so good. Oh no.
Oh, I need it. He's never going to defend the title.
Oh, that's perfect. That is what the Lex division is all about. All the Lexes never defended. Lexus King, Lex Luger. Oh man. Yeah, I think we just did it. Damn it. Leon Slater is going to drop it to the Lex Division champion. Oh, damn it.
So they don't need to work to get this title off of them. Just do the triple threat match. Do it on NXT TV so you can make it seem like, hey, look, we're giving TNA people an opportunity here. And then that's that. That's how you get the title off of them. And then they'll end up taking Cedric back when they want.
Oh, no. Well, hold on. Who won the cage match from that's going to air on Thursday?
Team TNA won.
Did they? Okay, because I know that they.
Spoiler. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, Jesus, what's wrong with you?
I assume Santino got the pinfall victory.
No.
Okay. You sure?
He does. No, he factors into the finish. No, I've got the finish here.
Okay.
He factors into the post match. Regardless,
I assume he just won.
I was hoping that Team NXT won so that they could do. Everybody on Team NXT gets a title shot of some sorts.
Santino gets Santino pins Stacks to set up Santino winning the international title back for TNA.
He's gonna win the international championship, and then fucking Steve Macklin's gonna have to face Santino at the pay-per-view for the international title.
Should be so lucky.
At that point, I'd just be like, Macklin, I need you to shoot on Santino. But of course, Santino does have a shoot background, so
yeah, he's legit.
The best. I mean, listen, the Marine versus the mixed martial art,
that'd be good. That'd be a good fight.
Guy. Maybe I do need to see this match. Maybe I do.
Macklin might get his ass beat here.
We should have Deanna back on the show to talk about refereeing this fight.
Santino's gonna take out all his anger on you because he knows you and Macklin are friends. He's like, your friend Joel Pearl. He keep on disrespecting me, and now I'm gonna tap you out.
Why does he sound like an old Asian man when you do it?
I don't know.
You border racist when you.
I don't do a good Santino impression like you.
Clearly, Jesus.
You do the impression.
Now I know. Now I want you to do it exclusively so that people can wonder what's wrong.
I'm gonna weed you out. That's good. Your friend Joel Pearl. I'm gonna weed you out. Now in my head that I sound like an angry Asian.
You sound like you're about to say, "He come by my shitty walk."
That's the only impression I can do. You want to try my shitty chicken? I can only do South Park impressions. That's it. That's the best I can do. That's all I watch is South Park. You Mongolians messing with my shitty wall? Fuck you, Mongolians!
It just got.
I watched that episode the other day. It was
I'm sure you did.
it's so on Paramount. If you have Paramount Plus, they have like the live channels, which it's not like a lot of it's not a lot of it's not like actual like live TV or whatever, but there's a South Park channel. And so all they do is just play random South Park episodes, and it rules because there's no commercials either. So you just get the episode straight through. Because if you watch the episode like individually, unless you have like the premium stuff, which I don't, like, you got to sit through the commercials and everything. So this is great because you don't have to sit through the commercials. And I just put that shit on all day while I'm working, and just have South Park on in the background all day while I'm getting work done and stuff. And yeah, that episode was on the other day.
I'm so glad we got through that. Oh God, that killed me. That was great.
The Pokemon episode's really good.
Yes.
Shu is my favorite. What's your favorite Pokemon, Joel?
I can't remember the names of them.
Pokemon. Got to have them. Pokemon.
My two favorite episodes are obviously the Tally episode, the first one. Well, come on, GameSphere. And that was the same episode. That's how they did it, because they found that
you shouldn't have done that, ma'am.
You shouldn't have done that. It does the boy.
He's just a boy. What are you talking about?
Don't ask questions. And the other one.
Oh yeah, thirst for blood.
And the other one where they do the Japanese animation style episode, the anime style episode.
Oh yeah. Weapons.
Yeah.
Good Times with Weapons, I think it's called.
Yeah. That was.
I watched that. I watched that episode so much because my roommate in college had the DVD. Like that had just come out on DVD when we got into college. And so we just put that on. And yeah, because it was the season premiere, it was the first episode, so it played a lot. And yeah, I watched that episode so much. Butters with the star in his eye, and they send him to the vet.
The dog pees all over him. Oh God.
That's a very good episode. I do like the Tally the Tally episode. That's on this channel they play like a lot of the classics, a lot of like really hits that everybody knows, and so yeah, that one was playing the other day as well. That's one of my favorites. Don't forget to bring it down.
That's it. Did you get the code? No, that's the melody of Funky Town. Won't you take me down to Funky Town? No, you're a towel. Just the best.
You want to get high?
Tally, you're the worst. You're the worst character ever. Oh, no.
They still use Tally. Tally was in the latest episode. Yeah, he had JD Vance come on him.
Oh, Christ, of course he did. That's the best.
He had JD Vance and Trump come on him in the latest episode.
No, you're a tail. King Potato was a gerbil. It was the class gerbil.
Yeah,
Winks. It was Lemmy Winks.
Lemmy Winks, yep.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Go back and watch it on Pluto sometime.
Oh, Cartman Hall Monitor episode is also very
I am the dog, the big dog.
Because they
monitor.
That's where Ike is fucking the teacher. Or the teacher's fucking Ike. Yeah.
Oh God. It's always amazing to me, as we of course veer off into the distance, how South Park would take two storylines and just use them perfectly together in an episode. Like, it was doing the dog hallway monitor thing while ripping from the headlines the whole teachers sleeping with like female teachers sleeping with kids, and the whole nice. It was just perfect rip from the headlines, and they would take both things and just mix them together and make a perfect story out of it. So stupid. I love it.
It's very funny. I may have told this before, but I used to listen to the DVD commentary from Matt and Trey on the DVDs, and the episode Up the Down Steroid, where Jimmy takes steroids for the Special Olympics, and that becomes a whole thing. And Cartman enters the Special Olympics because like I want to beat all these guys. Like they're crippled. Like I'm gonna easily win. I'm not. And he ends up coming in last and everything. But that story was similar to the Johnny Knoxville movie, The Ringer, I'm pretty sure it was called.
Yeah.
And the Knoxville, I don't know if it was Knoxville specifically, but like the people of who did that film, like they got mad at Matt and Trey of like, you guys ripped off our idea and everything. And Matt and Trey like, we didn't even think this idea was good enough to make it like the main plot of our episode. This was our secondary story. Like the main plot was Jimmy taking steroids, Cartman being a regular who enters the Special Olympics. We were like, this is fine, but this is not our main plot. Like you guys did a whole hour and a half movie out of this. Wow, good for you.
God, there have been so many good ones. Butter's Bottom Bitch, of course, one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Always
Bitch, you want to make some motherfucking money? Why are you giving Stan and kisses for free?
Oh man, yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna have to go watch a lot of South Park.
The Butter's Bottom Bitches. Yes, I know what you are saying.
Do you know what I am saying?
I love the explanation where I forget it. I think he's talking to Kyle, and then Wendy's like yelling at Stan, and he's like, "Well, you see, he is paying for these kisses. Kylie's got to sit here and listen to all her shit, her complain, and everything. At the end of the day, he might get a kiss out of it. Like what I'm doing is providing a service." That's such a good episode. I haven't seen that one in a while, but yeah, that's a very good episode.
Anytime Butters got the best of Cartman was always a good one. Awesemo was a good one.
Awesemo's very good. I like the one where they go to the old timey place and it gets held up, and it's Butters and Cartman are attached, and because they skip out on the whole thing. That one's very good.
SB3 mentioned the Toon trilogy, absolutely, yeah. And the Scott Tenorman. Everyone knows Scott Tenorman Must Die is a favorite of lots of people. Very good. I rewatched
the Black Friday trilogy, which is based on Game of Thrones. That was so much better than it was really good when it first came out, but like watching it like back to back to back like that, you really see how good that is. Imagination Land. Yeah, I watched bits and pieces of that. That one was on. That one was on the other week, but yeah, Imagination Land's really, really good as well.
Anyway, we veered way off into the distance, as I said.
I'd much rather talk about South Park than anything on NXT not named Thea Hail.
Well, I guess should we talk about Thea Hail? Should we talk about the match? It opened up the show.
Coffee. I need more
coffee. Do you want to get some more, and then we can talk about Thea Hail? Do you want to get some more, or are you gonna have more brought to you?
I don't know.
Well, then that's a problem. Should probably figure that out. Oh, the Michael Jackson episode? That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that episode better, or do you like the Simpsons episode with Leon Kompowski?
I haven't seen the Simpsons episode. I don't watch the Simpsons.
That's fair. So then, chat. I'll ask you. They're very different presentations, but it's the Michael Jackson South Park episode or the Simpsons one. The Simpsons one where it's Lisa's birthday, and then Homer goes to the asylum because he was wearing a pink shirt, but he comes across a big white guy who has a Michael Jackson sound. There's a Michael Jackson voice. He brings him home, and they all pretend it's Michael Jackson, even though he's this big white dude, and everyone's falling for it until the very end when he finally like breaks out of it, and he has his real voice. He's like, "My name is Leon Kompowski." Well, everybody hated me until one day I just started talking like this, and he does the Michael Jackson voice, and eventually he breaks in, and suddenly he's okay, and he drives off into the sunset. It's a very good episode.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. This. Go ahead.
They're very different episodes, like very different presentations.
Right. Oh, the thing you're describing, and maybe South Park ripped off The Simpsons on this because Simpsons did it. I watched the Jennifer Lopez episode. I am Jennifer Lopez. Taco, taco, burrito, burrito. But it's Mike. It's not Wisnowski. No, Mitch something. And yeah, he is Jennifer Lopez. That's a really good South Park episode, though. Yeah,
There have been
that
times
one's
where I'm sitting with
fantastic.
my kid,
Mitch Connor, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there have been times where I've been sitting with my kid having like taco or burrito night, and I'll just
Oh.
start going, "I want taco flavored kisses." And just he'll look at me, and I'll be like, "Never mind."
Oh, taco for kitchen for my bean.
Oh my darling bean. Anyway, so NXT opens up
Who cares?
with an NXT North American Women's Title match, which we said on the day before on Tuesday. We were like, "Oh, they'll do the match, and and she'll lose." And I was like, "But what if she wins?" And well, guess what? What if she wins indeed? Thea Hail goes for what is effectively a springboard coffin drop on Blake Monroe and pins her 1, 2, 3. And the referee treats it like a shoot. Blake Monroe's hand shot up, but not her elbow. So her elbow was not was not off the canvas. And calamity ensues. It's the best way I could explain it. Thea Hail's like, "What?" And then they play Blake Monroe's music, and then they stop it, and then they play Thea Hail's music, and she gets the title, and she's running around like a mad woman on cocaine because she is sentient cocaine, and she's so excited, and she's to tears. They go to the backstage, they do a digital short where she's literally crying and like clutching the title in her locker, just being like, "Oh, I've been waiting 3 years for this." She's hysterical. She is absolutely in hysterics, and she's so excited and so confused, and it's amazing. And then we'll get to that later. What they do with it, they're basically setting up what could be a triple threat. Which really, I'd prefer if it was just Jordan Grace turning heel out of all this and taking advantage of Thea Hail, but not the point. Thea Hail's a North American Women's Championship, wins the title. I have to say, this is probably the best thing to have happened on NXT in a very long time because it wasn't planned, because it was so out of the blue, and because it got people talking. And I don't think this was in a bad way. I think it was, for once, the super duper polished, everything's got to go the exact way that we planned it, to the moment, to the beat, to the second. It broke. And we don't see that. And as a result of everything, we saw a genuine moment, not just of confusion, but of like just calamity, like I said. And now they have to clean it up. I get it. But in that moment, you can't tell me, if you were watching live, you were like, "Oh, this is good TV," because it's completely unexpected and off the cuff. It's the F it will do it live, but what they did live was not the plan, and it arguably was kind of better. So Thea Hail wins the North American Women's title. How long it lasts? It could be 2 weeks, could be 2 months. Who knows? I think people are excited that she won it. They're chanting, "You deserve it, Jeremy," and she does.
It should last 200 years, but they won't do that. It is very funny. I'm glad that they did treat it like a shoot, because otherwise you do that dumb, 1, 2, oh, you didn't get, okay, and then maybe your shoulder comes up a little late, and that looks stupid. So I'm glad they treated it like a shoot off of that. It was very, very surprising. So I did not get to fully watch this live, unfortunately. One of the kids had tennis practice last night, and so I was at the tennis practice, and I'm kind of watching it on my computer. The place they go to is a very nice place. I could set up shop there and still work and everything. And I just see like Thea Hail wins, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I see the finish and everything, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen there." And it's just very, very funny that this is how Thea Hail ends up winning her first championship, rightfully so. And they have to roll with it for the time being. It is nice though, like everything is so curated in WWE. Everything is so curated. What's the next spot? What's the next moment? And what? Oh, how do we get from Triple H with his GPS that's been broken for 2 years now? Like, how do we get from here to here? And this was not curated. Clearly, this was not curated. And now you got to figure it out and roll with it. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? Like, it's a scripted television show. Like, you can write a different script off of this. It is okay if someone messes up and you got to do something that isn't fully planned out and go in a different direction or change things up a little bit. It's not the end of the world off of this, because at the end of the day, what is this? It's the secondary title on the developmental brand.
How
It's
dare
not
you?
it's not the main event of WrestleMania or anything like that. It'll be fine if you screw up and something doesn't go your way and this unplanned moment happens and you got to just change things around for a couple of weeks. It's not the end of the world. You'll get over it. You'll figure it out. It's pro wrestling. Write something different.
Also, like you said it yourself, this is a company, and we talk about it all the time. This is a company that loves their moments. Guess what they did last night? They gave you a moment. The thing is, it just wasn't one that they curated or planned for. So, if anything, they gave you a moment of spontaneity that has not existed organically on this show or any WWE programming in months to years. And this was a moment that was fun and it was different and it was shocking, legitimately so, to a point where, like, yeah, sure, it wasn't planned, but it didn't screw anything up. It's not like, it's not like the world, like you said, it's the secondary title on a developmental brand, and who's going to really care? It has the opportunity to maybe open things up and create a different story. It has the opportunity to shake things up and do something a little different in the undercard. Who could possibly be upset about this? I understand from a showrunner, show bibler point of view. Yeah, I kind of screwed things up, but guess what? A couple weeks, we get back on track. She loses the title. It's fine. No one's going to be upset about her, losing the. We will, but no one's going to be upset about her losing that title to go back to whatever was planned. But also, given the fact that the plan seems to have been Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe again for the North American title, judging by the backstage segment that they ran where Thea Hail was excited, and then Jordynne Grace does her whole oh, woe is me story. That was weird, by the way. She comes up and she's like, oh, it looks like you figured it out before I did. And to me, I get it. It looks like mind games to convince Thea to give her a title shot where Jordynne would just take advantage and win, maybe squash Thea Hail. But then Blake Monroe comes in screaming, not screaming, she's just crying and upset and despondent. She's like, I want my title back. And it looks like they'll just do a triple threat, probably a New Year's Evil. And that'll be that. If it were me, I would have Jordynne Grace beat Blake Monroe and actually go on to have the match with Thea Hail and do one-on-one. But it's WWE, so they're going to do a three-way, and they're going to save Blake Monroe from eating another pin. Jordynne Grace will maybe get an actual victory. Basically, all of this is to pin Thea Hail, not have either woman
Never use her again.
Her lose. Yeah, they're never going to have her lose again. And so that's the frustrating part, is that if there is heat on Thea, then they will pull her from TV. And I hope there isn't, because yeah, she winded her opponent, but at the same time, like, shit happens in the ring. It does happen. These things will happen. And it looked like on that dive, she landed hard on Blake Monroe, and Blake Monroe was winded, and she just didn't get the full, force of her shoulder up in time. You call it as a shoot. The referee may get a few words being like, what were you thinking? But also, if you're told to call it as a shoot in the ring, the referee doesn't deserve to get any heat for it either. So unfortunately, if they're going to blame anyone, and oftentimes they do because it's wrestling, they're going to blame the person who did the move, and that'll be Thea Hail, which is upsetting because she shouldn't be blamed for it either. It's just a moment where some stuff happened, a calamity of errors ensued, and a title changed hands on a scripted show where you could just go right back to whatever you were planning in the new year. When literally, this is the time of year where nothing matters. We just talked about SmackDown tapings. Nothing matters. So this is just 2 extra weeks of getting around the story to get back to where you want to be. The only difference is, Blake Monroe might be a 2-time NXT Women's North American Champion by the end of it.
It's so dumb. And I know they they hit you over the head with the fact of, did you enjoy the show? It's all part of the show. It's so dumb to blame Thea Hail for this, if anybody is, because if you're treating it as a shoot, which I know they don't do because it's all part of the show, she winded her opponent by hitting a move hard. Okay, that's her fault? Like, why is that her fault? She should try to win the match. She should try to be taking out her opponent to win the match. I know within the scripted world, you don't actually want to injure your opponent or anything. She didn't injure her. She just landed a little hard on the move, knocked the wind out of her potentially, and like, it happens. How many times has anybody gotten the wind knocked out of them in a match? Like, why are you punished for anything like that? Shit happens in there. Unfortunately, people get concussed in the ring, and you don't want that to happen. But in the shoot world of WWE, like, oh, they make that into a storyline of concussing people who Yiling Yi Lee, right? When she was Xia Li, and she concussed Mercedes Martinez. What?
And I believe Raquel Rodriguez as well.
Okay.
When she was Reina Gonzalez. She's done it twice.
They turned that into a thing. They're like, oh, she's going to go with the kick that knocked her out last time. Oh, they can make this something, but I don't understand punish of, oh, you accident, because it is an accident. They're not trying to do this. Xia Li wasn't trying to concuss her opponents or anything like that. You know, when an injury happens, when Seth Rollins does the buckle bomb to Finn Balor and he separates his shoulder, it's like, oh, I know that was on the outside. But then every time Rollins went for like the buckle bomb and stuff, it's like, oh, this is the move that took out Balor. Like, they turn it into something. So you can turn it into something. You can make it something. Don't punish the person who, it's an accident. It happens. But in the story of the wrestling match, like, you should be trying to injure your opponent. You should be trying to beat them and knock them out. It's very dumb if Thea is getting like any type of blame for it, which, you know, my wife reminded me, like, Nia Jax's whole bit is that she knocks people out and injures people. Like, they legitimately made that a storyline. Like, you're an unsafe person out here.
The problem is Thea Hail is not known for being a powerhouse. She's not known for being Nia Jax. She's not the size of Nia Jax. She's not, and like Xia Li was known for being a kickboxing warrior badass. Thea Hail is just a grown-ass woman. Like, it's all about presentation and how they define it. If they want to turn it into like, yeah, she's so crazy she can knock you out even if it's by accident, then yeah, they should do something with that. I don't expect it. I think she did a fairly innocuous move, but it is how you reframe it if you want to sell it.
You don't even have to like do anything with it. I'm not saying like, oh, Thea Hail now. I mean, like, every time she goes for this springboard coffin drop now, people are going to be like, oh shit, that's the move that, you know, won the title for her. Honestly, you could turn it into a finishing move if you wanted to. I'm not saying like they got to make this into a thing. My whole point is being mad at somebody for accidentally. If you go out there on purpose and try to knock somebody's head off, then it's a different conversation. But this was an accident. And if you're mad at somebody for like accidentally doing something that caused your plans to change momentarily, it just seems dumb to me, because in this world, like, shit happens, and in the world of professional sports or combat sports, like, your goal is to beat your opponent. So run with that off of this. She won the match. You make it, we know it's scripted. We know who the executive producers are and everything. So we know that, okay, Thea Hail wasn't supposed to win, at least reportedly. In my mind, she was always supposed to win.
Always. She was the winner.
We know all of that. But I feel like you make it worse when you're just like, oh, Thea Hail is now being punished for accidentally hitting this move a little incorrectly, if that's what happened, and Blake Monroe got the wind knocked out of her, and Thea Hail won. It's like, why? Why? And I'm not saying she is going to get punished. I'm not saying like that's going to happen. What I am saying is, if that is the case, I think it's very stupid. And if anybody looks at it that way, I think it's kind of stupid.
As others have mentioned in the chat, there was also the incident where Moxley and Ray Phoenix had. There was an incident where Moxley got concussed. Phoenix won I think it was the international title, and then they just traded it right back. Mox got better, he got cleared, and he came back to work. That's okay. You can play it.
Blake's going to win the title back, or Jordan's going to win the title, whatever their plan was off of this. And I don't think it's screwed anything up. You did a title change on a show before you're about to do 2 tape shows where you're probably going to do a bunch of nothing because holiday season, no one's going to watch. And then you get back on track at New Year's Eve. It's not like Blake Monroe had the title for a year and they were honing in on setting the record for longest reigning champion or anything like that. She had the title for what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that. So it's not like she was some long reigning dominant champion out here. It happened. You made somebody off of it. You kind of made Thea Hail off of this. Now it's like, oh, happy accident. We can actually maybe do something with Thea. They won't. I hope they do. Delgado, C. Delgado since Super Chat of one would hope the positive reaction to the win would change their view of Thea, but we are talking about WWE here. Instead, they'll probably punish her instead of being like, you know what? We made somebody here. Now we can call her a former NXT Women's North American Champion, and we can utilize her in a way that is worthy of that title or the former title whenever she loses it. And you can, if you want to use her to build up the next person that you actually do have plans for, fine. Or you can just use her and keep her relevant, keep her on television, and maybe push her to the next level. Just don't take her off TV for no reason, because that would be the dumbest thing you could possibly do. It's like, now you're just off TV for a month because you may or may not have screwed up here.
It's funny because there's 2 ways to look at this. There's the company line, if they do pull her off TV, for example, will be, it's the second lowest title in the entire company. However, what happens if you do it again? It could happen. It's the old injury prone. You had one injury and therefore we can't trust you anymore to be the person because you might get injured again, which is such a stupid hack way of viewing someone's potential. But it happens in that world. The other thing is, this is just like similar to Tatum Paxley being super duper over with that Full Sail crowd. Not Full Sail. They're out of there. The PC crowd. Those same 450 people every single week who come in and see NXT, they are unfortunately the tastemakers for NXT. They are the ones who decide who they're going to cheer, who they're going to organically get behind. And Thea Hail is one of those people. So one of the benefits of her having won this match at the PC in front of those same people is that they're going to cheer for her moving forward. They're going to see this as a great opportunity for her. They're not going to boo the person who won. It's not like they took out some random that they don't know and just this happened. It happened with someone who's been on TV. Happened with someone that they've always organically liked. You can work with that. You don't need to bury her just because she didn't do the thing that was in the script. She veered off script. It was also an accident on everyone's part.
I would say she didn't veer off script. She potentially hit a move a little bit harder, and shit happens. It's not like she shot on Blake Monroe, and
she should have, damn it.
I like to think Blake Monroe did what was best for business, and she looked at this as like, you know what? Thea Hail should win. Thea Hail should be the victor here. I don't need this championship. Let me do the right thing and put Thea Hail over in this match. And good on you, Blake Monroe.
Delay Grat's asking, how do we know that this wasn't planned? Subscribe to Fightful Select, the best currently $5.99 in the business, and you get all your information about how it was not a planned title change. It wasn't an injury. It was more like a winded Blake Monroe. Go, you can find it on the NXT social channels. You'll see how it plays out, and you'll probably, if you watch the video, you'll be like, oh yeah, I see how that worked, how that happened, and you'll be like, all right, someone screwed up, life goes on. No one should be up in arms over this. I think it'd be very silly to be up in arms over this. I think for us, because listen, we love Thea Hail, we love the character, we unironically enjoy what she does. For us, this is great, this rules, and it's a little bit chaotic, which is right up our alley. However, in the grand scheme of wrestling, this doesn't really affect anybody in any way. It affects a creative plan, but it's not like the world title changed hands on a WrestleMania. That was unexpected. This was just life goes on. Get through the holidays. We get back to it when TV's back and people are watching again, and everyone's presents have gotten broken or busted or in a closet, and then we're done with them. It's time to move on. And that's when Thea Hail will be the present for us that gets put back in the closet after she loses that North American Notice title. Oh my God, it's so sad. I hope they just keep it on her.
I mean, they should.
She should cash it in option C style. She should try to cash it in option C and be like, I want to face JC Jane on the Tuesday show on the New Year's Evil. They should let that happen. Then Santino Marella comes in and says, that's not how
No, stop it. I don't need Santino Marella. If you're going to do Santino Marella, you got to do the voice.
Oh, that's how can you count in option C on my show? Or something. Doesn't sound much better there, does it?
No.
Quite hungry. That's probably what is affecting my abilities today.
Okay. That's an excuse.
That's true. Well, that, and also I had to host yesterday. My day off yesterday was not a day off yesterday. Let me tell you. Between this show and everything else I had to handle, whew, buddy, I'm buzzed out.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It is half your fault, but I still appreciate you.
I didn't do anything. I mean, blame my town.
I will. I will. I should. I will. That's why I'm not going back anytime soon. It's like go elsewhere. Or my kid every other day being like, where are you going next? I'm like, why are you trying to get me to leave the house? And he's just like, so that I can watch a movie with mommy. And I'm like, really? That's why? So that you can just hang out with mom and watch a movie, which you never do? Fine, screw you. I'm leaving tomorrow, kid. Going out for a pack of smokes. And I'm never coming back. That feels very, very mean. I wouldn't do that. Anyway, anything else happened on that NXT show?
No, who cares about NXT? Thea Hail won. That is all that matters. That is all that'll ever matter from NXT. That is the moment of the year. That is the moment of the decade. It might be the only moment us Thalians get, but we are going to take it.
Kendall Gray didn't pin. Kendall Gray submitted Fallon Henley in the tag.
Gray for Speed Champion.
I thought Ren Sinclair was going to go for the Speed title. That's the way it should be.
She lost.
Good stuff.
Then Ren Sinclair did not get the victory, so
she should have.
Kendall Gray gets the Speed title now.
Moose showed up.
Oh.
He's going to face Ethan Page in 2 weeks on what I assume is a taped episode for the North American title. Moose should win the North American title, bring it to the AMC premiere. NXT should just lose all the titles and give them to TNA going into the AMC premiere. Have a big blockbuster show. That's what Javon Evans should do. She should just win the title and just be like, I'm going to TNA with this thing. They'll respect me there. I'm young.
Nah, instead they're just gonna beat Javon, and then he's gonna show up to AMC, giant loser.
Wow.
I know the last time you guys saw me, I was getting my ass beat by Obafemi, but I'm a champion here.
Damn. The US title is gonna be on the line on NXT. They're gonna do that. Excited for Chelsea Green versus I forget who.
Soul in the Soul.
Is this Soul? Yeah, it's Sol Ruka. You know what? Actually, I like how they at least explain, like, oh, she beat Bayley on Saturday night's main event, the non-canon show. So she's going to get a U.S. title match. Good stuff.
I'm all for that.
But the show's non-canon, so I thought that the match didn't really count.
It's not non-canon. You're the only person who says this.
John Cena said it was non-canon. Said that whole Saturday night's main event was non-canon. It was just exhibition matches.
I don't feel like he used those words.
John Cena, non-canon, Saturday night's main event. Oh God, this is gonna take a while.
I think you're lying to the people.
He confirmed that the card will feature matches that are "quote unquote" non-canon, meaning they exist outside of current storylines. This was when he was on.
Who wrote this? AI?
Probably. I think it was actually from Chris Van Vliet.
Well, that interview was fake. So
This was from Van Vliet. Yeah, he said that the matches were non-canon exhibition matches. So everything that happened didn't actually happen, but apparently they did. This is what I talked about.
That interview is non-canon.
Oh,
that interview is non-canon.
Should have put it into a cannon and shot it out to the sun. How useful it was.
That interview didn't actually happen.
All right. It was all AI, just like John Cena. AI says it was a child of Nick Cannon. Anyway.
Oh, it says we get a big WWE so they can say they were on a card in non-canon exhibition matches.
Non-canon. But
John
we're using
Cena's a hilarious dude.
John Cena is the most unserious person. Everyone's like, John Cena for creative. He's giving back all these NXT guys and girls. And I'm like, he's not giving them any shine. He's just having them on.
He is.
No, he's not. There's no story. They're just matches for matches' sake. Come on.
It's on the dumb team to turn it into a story, and they did.
The only story was Drew McIntyre getting involved in the Cody Obafemi match, and now the Sol Ruca stuff is being turned into it.
Oh man, I mean, who cares about the match with Obafemi and Cody, because they treated it like we all thought they were going to treat it. Well, I don't know if you guys talked about it yesterday. I don't think you did. That cinema between Drew and Cody.
The go to the house thing?
Yeah. You saw this, right?
I think SB3 may have talked about it. He can confirm if he's in the chat. But yeah, we touched on it a little bit, but we didn't talk about it full. I've seen bits and pieces. I didn't see the whole thing.
It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you think I have 5 minutes of my day?
Oh my gosh.
Listen,
this ruled. This was so funny. This was hilarious. They said like all the music that they use, and then Cody shows up and Drew's like, "Oh, you set me up, you son of a bitch." And he's like so mad at all this, and all this is like, I didn't know he was going to be here. And they fight, and Cody throws a security guard into Drew's backyard pond. And then at the end, as he's getting restrained, Cody's like, "Merry Christmas, asshole." This was so fucking funny.
So I'm watching it now, and the whole thing is shot very cinematically.
Yes.
Cinema. And like you've got Drew McIntyre with his hands like this, and he's just sitting there. They're out on the lanai. For those who are familiar in Florida, you got a lot of bugs and gators, so you got to get a lanai. You need like a fenced-in porch area, front like a back deck, and so they're sitting on the lanai. Which, by the way, I don't know whose house they did this at.
Drew's.
I don't think Drew lives in Florida though. I thought Drew.
Everyone lives in Florida.
No, I thought a bunch of them were in Nashville. I thought Drew, Sheamus, and Miro were all in Florida now. Or no, sorry, in Nashville now.
Are you calling WWE a liar to say that this was not done at Drew McIntyre's actual house?
Yes, it actually could have been done at the Mickey James Nick Aldis complex for all
I hope it's Cardona's house, because they like use it as
always Cardona's house. It should have been Cardona's house. But I don't know.
That's one of my favorite stories, where they want to use his pool like 2 days after releasing him.
Amazing.
And we know we just released you on Thursday, but can we shoot this vignette from your house on Friday?
Oh yeah, here comes Cody. I love it. He pulls up the Ring camera, and the Ring camera, and they're just doing the zoom ins. Oh God, they were one step away from Nick Aldis being like, "You can't handle the truth."
It's so funny.
Cody, why didn't you wear a suit for this cinema?
He couldn't wear a suit, man. He couldn't do it. He had to show up in his fighting clothes. Couldn't ruin his suit here. He knew he was about to get into a fight.
I don't know whose house. I do not believe that this is Drew's house. I believe that Drew has a nice house, but I don't think it's this house.
Wow.
I don't think he lives in Florida. I could be wrong. He's probably got Jay White's house. Oh, he just throws him into the pond. You're right.
That rolled.
Oh, they do the headbutt spot. They tackle a giant nutcracker doll. Merry Christmas, asshole.
It's so funny.
That's great. They're gonna have a match at the Rumble, and they're doing it at January 5th, aren't they?
No, they're gonna do that on Netflix. No,
they're doing it on SmackDown. They're gonna give them an hour on the 3-hour show.
I don't know because what people are just talking about like the brawl and stuff, which fair, but there was a whole negotiation beforehand, and all this was like, I'll give you your title match, but you got to apologize to officials and the referee and everything. And Drew was like, I'm not apologizing. Like, here's what I want. I want a title match, but I want to get to pick the stipulation. And then he's like, but Cody can't touch me until the match or he loses the title. And all this agreed. And Drew's like, okay, draw up the documents. And he's like, when are these documents going to be ready? And all this is like, oh, we can get them ready, this evening, later today. And that's when Cody shows up and Drew's like, you set me up. And because, the documents are not ready. So Cody can attack him because the documents are not official that he loses the title if he attacks Drew before this title match. So he's going to get his title match. He gets to pick the stipulation. They didn't really say when it was going to be. If I'm Drew, the stipulation would be I win the match. I don't understand why more heels don't do this when they get to pick the stipulation. I win.
The heels and the baby faces are stupid.
Yeah, heels are very dumb when it comes to this. Okay, fine. You don't want to do I win. You got to pin me for an 80 count. I got to pin you for a 1 count. That's it.
Nobody wants to go that far. You think referees know how to count to 80?
They're dumb. Yeah, they don't. So that works in the heels' advantage.
Fair.
These heels they're stupid. Make it work to your advantage here. You're the heel. It's okay.
I think they will do it on January 2nd. It's the first 3-hour SmackDown return.
Oh, fuck.
It's the first 3-hour SmackDown. They're going to want to get a rating, and that'll be your crossover into the 3rd hour. And it'll be that. They'll make it a big main event. They'll make it a big show because they want to pop that rating. But otherwise, the only options
don't stop. Pop that. Don't stop. Pop that. Don't stop. Pop that rating, bitch.
Well done. And then the only other option they really have for SmackDown big shows are Saturday night's main event in Montreal, and that is the week of the Royal Rumble, the week before. So you want to stretch it all the way out to the end of January? You can. It's silly. You got to do something in the meantime, but I assume they're just going to do January 2nd. I don't know what'll happen at Saturday night's main event. I think
Saturday night's main event?
The week before the Rumble, so January 25th, 26th, January 24th, and then the Rumble is the 30th. And I've talked about this before. My feeling is they're not going to do many surprises for the Rumble because they're going to Saudi. Instead, the surprises will be out Saturday night's main event, Monday Night Raw on the 26th, and that'll kind of set the stage for who's showing up for the Rumble. Like the Jericho debut, you could do it on the 5th, or you could do it on the 24th at Saturday night's main event.
What if...
Or the 26th on Monday Night Raw going into the Rumble.
What if Jericho shows up on the January 2nd episode of SmackDown and he helps Drew win the title?
I don't hate the idea of Jericho and McIntyre doing a thing together.
Okay.
Just because it's different. Yeah. I haven't seen them work together that I can really think of in the past in like a meaningful way. That could be
because Jericho was gone by the time Drew was like kind of ascending.
Yeah. So they could, I mean, and they were in the same company in the 2010s when Drew was still there, but not in the same spot. I like the idea. It's different. Shut up, watch. I like the idea. It's something different. So no, Jericho and Drew being just kind of assholes to each other, but also working together, it works. And then they'll do a festival of friendship.
This is my suggestion that I'm throwing out there. Drew and Jericho. Jeritire.
That's what we're working towards. It's the perfect nod.
Yes,
The
I
perfect
know.
wink and a nod. Yes. Was that always your plan to get there?
No. I just came up with the Jeritire as I suggested Jericho and Drew. I literally came up with this right now of Jericho and Drew working together, just because I don't know. It is something different. It is you're gonna put Jericho in a big spot. It doesn't get much bigger than him working with the world champion. You could play off of the Jericho and Cody history that they won't acknowledge because it came from another company. They'll vaguely acknowledge it of like, remember when you couldn't challenge for a world championship because of me? And people are like, oh, what are they talking about? And like that might even be too much of an acknowledgement of things. But yeah, you can do something with Drew and Jericho. I apologize if this happens for putting it out there in the universe.
I don't. I'm all about it. This needs to be, again, we had the same conversation last year going into the Rumble with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, where we said Kevin Owens could win the belt, drop it again to Cody, and Cody goes on, and nobody really loses here. It's different. You could do, and Drew has been treated like such a loser when he's faced Cody for years at this point. To finally give him that opportunity to actually win, let's say Jericho helps him win. Yeah. That's something you could do. I don't expect it. We're really just spitballing. But like, if he wins on the second, Drew McIntyre, and then they do a rematch on the Royal Rumble or Saturday night's main event, and Cody wins it back, I see nothing wrong with that.
Cody's great. Cody to win it back.
That's just the reality, though, because Cody is Cody. Unless you're going to go and run with Drew for a change, which honestly they could and should, but that's not traditionally what they've been leaning towards. I'm fine with the change. I want the change. I just don't expect the change.
I don't think you can have Cody beat Drew again. I'm already done with Drew as a serious contender after him losing his last match to Cody, where I thought they should have changed the title. And like, if he loses again, I don't need to see Drew challenging for a title for like 3 years. No offense, but he's done as an actual contender, losing all these matches. That was my issue with Kevin last year. Is like Kevin just kept losing and losing. Like I can't take him serious as a contender at this point. Drew's in that same boat. Like, so you either gotta have him win, or you just got to be done with him as an actual contender. And I'd have him win because Cody can lose. I know they're like afraid to beat Cody for some reason. It's fine. Cody can lose, and no one's going to think less of him. Because he's not going to lose cleanly. I mean, I'm suggesting Jericho run in there. He's not going to lose cleanly. There's going to be some type of shenanigans on things, and you move on. That's babyface stuff 101 there. Fine if Cody wins the title back so he can go into WrestleMania as the champion and face whoever. What's the rumored match for Cody at this point? Roman, right? That's the thing. Not Jey Uso.
Not Jey, but we're running it back.
Yeah.
We're running it back.
So what? Cody wins the title back. Roman wins the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber is probably how you're setting that up.
Probably, unless you can. That's kind of the best part is you can really mess with this formula where you can have Cody not have to win the Rumble, but maybe have to win Elimination Chamber. Maybe Cody has to claw and scratch his way, and Roman wins the title and goes into Mania with the title. And Cody's like, oh shit, I have a very short runway to find my way back to WrestleMania. And he's got to win the Chamber. He tries for the Rumble. He loses at the Rumble. He tries for the Chamber. He gets the win at the Chamber. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he wins his way in some way else. You can do a scratch and claw. Cody, gets his way into the main event. while Roman is on top for a few months, being like,
but we've
nobody
seen
deserves
that though.
face.
No. That's literally been the story the past 3 years. Is Roman's been the champion and Cody's got to win the Rumble. Like we don't need
Oh,
to do
so
that
Cody
again.
doesn't win the Rumble. That's the thing. Cody doesn't. He's got.
Then he
He's
wins
got.
Elimination Chamber.
But what if he doesn't win the Elimination Chamber? What if you can set up something where the winner of the Elimination Chamber, or again, kind of like the New Japan, the briefcase, where you can put the stupid briefcase on the line, or I guess they do it with Money in the Bank sometimes too, where like the winner can put that shot on the line. They've done it in WWE too, right? Where they've put the shot at WrestleMania on the line. That's how we got the 4-way with Rock and the WrestleMania 2000 deal. Because Rock and Big Show, they had
they screwed up the Rumble finish.
They screwed up the Rumble finish, and then in No Way Out, they did the match for the winner would go on to face Triple H for the title, and it ended up being the 4-way. But that part we don't remember. But it was a shot at Mania, was extended out till No Way Out. So like you could do it. And Live Glass telling me to think less. That's the thing. I'm giving them much more runway than I expect. I am merely spitballing for the sake of having a conversation about what you can do to make things at least a little bit different and a little bit interesting, while still getting to the desired result that you wanted to get to. Instead, they want to think like very baseline. It's all about the moments.
Is it different though in the fact that
it's been done in 25 years, so at least there's that.
But the story overall is Roman's the champion and Cody gets a title shot at WrestleMania. You're getting there differently, but yes, that's still been the story for the past 2 out of the past 3 years.
Yes, and listen, when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's exactly that. However, the way in which you get there can influence the way people feel getting into the show, and for that, there is room to at least have the conversation about how you tell a story differently to get to the same desired effect. That does have, like, Austin and Rock happened 3 times over a multitude of years, and the way they got to it was almost always different. You can tell,
but
different angles.
Rock was the champion. Rock was the champion going into 15. Rock was also the champion going into 17, but Austin was at a different place at that point, and then neither were the champion going into 19. That Austin was on really the downside. That was Austin's last match until it wasn't.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But the point was, to get to those matches, which they had done before, they told different stories. While the beats were similar, the ways, not even the beats, but while the outcomes were similar, the ways in which they got there. So I guess the beats were different.
This just feels like, all right, Roman's the champ. Sure, Cody gets there in a different way, but the end of the day, I mean, the past 2 years he got there differently last year because of everything. All right, here's what they should actually do.
Oh no.
Here's the real thing. I don't give a fuck who the champion is going into WrestleMania. Roman can win the Rumble. Cody can win the Rumble. Cody can lose, and then whoever wins the Rumble will use Sami Zayn, because for some reason people thought Sami Zayn was going to be in a high profile spot at WrestleMania. I don't know why.
They were going to the Rumble in Riyadh. They thought that was going to be his big push.
Never bought that. Never understood that line of thinking. More power to the people who wanted to believe in Sami Zayn. Love Sami. They don't see him there. So Sami can win the Rumble, and then Cody can be like, well, I want the title shot, and, why don't you face me at Elimination Chamber? But the blah, 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 blah. What we need is The Rock coming in here and fucking all of this up and just being like, what are we doing? We ain't doing none of that bullshit. Here's what we're actually going to do. We're finally going to give the people what they want. Rock and Roman. We couldn't get to it in Hollywood because of my schedule, allegedly. We couldn't get to it at WrestleMania 40 because all these Cody crybabies out here. We couldn't get to it at 41 because I had turned John Cena heel and said, see ya. But 42, we are going to get to Rock and Roman. This is the time we get to it. Here, I'll throw...
I hate that you're popping yourself, which means this is going to be even worse than we thought.
I'm going to do the best bit that I think is the dumbest thing ever, but I'm going to do it here for the sake of this bit. Cody wins the Rumble, right? And then 31, Joel, if you smell, and The Rock comes down.
No, stop it. No, stop it. No, you're not 13. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
No one has ever thought of this, Joel. What if for 1 year they did 31, and it makes the most sense with The Rock doing it because he's on the TKO board, and so he can be like, yeah, I switched the rules. I'm on the board of the directors. I'm the final boss.
You just know that that's something.
No one's ever thought of this.
You just know that's something that Dwayne would pitch and do it seriously and be like, I'm on the board. No one would see it coming, except all the fucking children who have been talking about it for 30 some odd years, who are now these people who are in their 50s just being like, yeah, but what if there was a 31? Be like, well, what if there wasn't? Stop it.
I think this would be great.
No, it's not.
No one has thought of this idea. And especially The Rock doing it. And then The Rock wins the Rumble. Roman's the champion. I don't know how Roman's the champion. He beats Drew, or he should pin Punk and Drew to win both of the titles. I don't care. And then we get Rock and Roman to headline WrestleMania 40. They can headline both nights. I'm fine with that. That sounds great to me. Night 1 can be, what if they did a 3 stages, 3 nights of hell match? Except it's 3 stages, 3 nights of cinema match. So night 1, which takes place, actually you do 4 nights. 4 nights, 4 stages of cinema. All right? Night 1 is going to be SmackDown. And that is going to be, they're going to do action acting out here. They're going to do just scenes straight out of Fast and Furious. This would be the greatest match of all time.
Scorsese's directing. He's the referee. Yeah, I get it.
They're going to do that real cinema bullshit that they like to do. Night 1, a smashing machine match. All right. That could be night 2. Yeah. Night 2's a smashing machine match. And what that entails, a shoot fight. Night 2 is a shoot fight between them. Night 3 is going to be your wrestling match. And whatever, they actually do a wrestling match, but it's an hour-long wrestling match because you really got to get your shit in there. And then night 4 is a mana drink off. They're just throwing shots of mana back. And the first man to fall over loses.
I mean, it's not going to be so fine. Dwayne wins is what you're telling me here. We've already plotted the finish.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I feel like Roman can hold his tequila pretty well.
I feel like Rock knows how to do it. The Rock says, drink your mana.
I don't have my mana next to me, so I can't do it. Sorry.
Louis sent $2 for your inane banter.
Inane? Louis recognizes great ideas. That's what this is.
Oh, the worst. I don't want to give this any more thought. Hey, MLW just announced that Paul London's joining the Battle Riot.
Oh, shit, we should get Paul back on the show.
Why didn't they give us Paul for that announcement? We should have had Paul.
We can get Paul whenever we want. I'll message them and be like...
They've announced him. You think Paul knows he's in the Battle Riot?
What if we do a holiday? What if we do a Christmas show with Paul London?
Oh, shit.
I feel like that'd be pretty good.
Nothing good could come from this. My initial response was I quote tweeted the MLW tweet and I was like, will he bring the squirrels? The Battle Riot with Paul London and the squirrels. Those squirrels do all the heavy lifting while Paul just sits in the corner. They eliminate all of these. Like Doc Gallows gets eliminated from the Battle Riot because Paul London brought squirrels.
We can we'll get Paul on the show in the next couple of weeks. That shouldn't be an issue.
I have to assume that Paul has, some family to spend time with over the holidays, right?
Yeah, us.
We're not his family.
We're his family.
I thought the squirrels were his family.
Oh, we're his family.
Congratulations, Paul. We are your family. Oh, what an amazing turn of events.
Which night does Dwayne defend his fake belt that he stole from Ali? That title's on the line in the cinema match, and then Roman is a double champion. So one title's on the line in night 1 or night 2, one title's on the line in night 3, and then they create a whole new title for night 4 because you could never have enough titles for this whole thing. They do the AI Tribal Chief Championship. They do that thing. Do we still have a photo of that? Remember when we created that whole thing?
I
don't think we have it anymore. I think we deleted it. Yeah.
AI is garbage and you should not use it. Stop using AI. Stop pitching AI. Don't use AI. AI is garbage. Stop it. Go home. Leave it alone. Do not touch it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $250. Give us the money instead. Or you can give the money to our friends at Auraframes because the holiday seasons are upon us and you should check out Auraframes. And why not, while you're spending that money, get yourself a discount because it is the holidays. And we like to pass on the savings to you. Use the code FIGHTFUL over at auraframes.com and you get $35 off your order. You can go ahead. You can get the Carver mat. We talk about it every single time we read this ad. Why do we keep pushing it? Because it was the #1 choice from Wirecutter. And they're a reputable source, just like us over at Fightful. And if you use that Fightful code at checkout, you get $35 off an Aura frame. And then you can take your tribal championship that you stole from Muhammad Ali's wife, spouse, family, whoever, and you can upload you wearing photos of that belt for your family around the holiday season. Maybe you want to do it while you do the Okada pose where you're doing this, where it looks like he's holding balls in his hands. But the point is, you're holding the best deal available to you in the holiday season. We're getting close to the wire, baby. You want to get those gifts settled and sorted? Now's the time. Go to auraframes.com, use the promo code FIGHTFUL, get $35 off, upload those photos, upload those videos, unlimited with the Aura app. You can also preload those photos before they ship. So they open the box and they're like, oh man, what is this? This looks cool. I'm gonna plug it in. I'm gonna take a look. And they're like, oh shit, it's already full of photos of this person that bought it for me. And the person was you because you bought the Aura frame for the person you love or the person you don't love. And you're just full of photos where you're like, ha, you're giving them the finger. And that's the way it goes. You can go and get a gift box for it, make it look real pretty. But go ahead, go to auraframes.com, use the promo code FIGHTFUL. Get $35 off your order. Tell them Joel sent you, or don't. I don't care who you said sent you, as long as you use that promo code FIGHTFUL, because that's how they know. Terms and conditions apply. auraframes.com. Promo code FIGHTFUL. Get the belt.
We should get an Aura Frames championship.
We should. They should make a belt out of Aura Frames.
Just a bunch of pictures that change on it. They're pretty good.
I'm all about that. Aura Frame should send us a belt made of Aura Frames. They really, I'm just thinking about that now. That's what they need to do. I can wear it. Anyway, what else is we talk about?
The Rock should enter at number 31 in the win.
I hate you so much. The worst. All right, what else do you want to talk about?
What was your moment of Tuesday, Joel?
What, we're already there? We're an hour and a half into the show.
No. Usually I do it after, I mean, I'm all over the place when I do it, but I try to do it after we do like a review, the show review. So that's how I usually set it up. But sometimes at the end of the show, you know, just answer the damn question. What was your moment of Tuesday?
You know what? It's got to be Thea Hail. It's got to be. And I know that you don't like to share the same moments, but I think you have to share it with me, Jeremy. This is a very important moment for all of sports and entertainment and wrestling. Thea Hail being the one and only, no questions asked, NXT Women's North American Champion.
I don't like that you stole mine knowing that this was going to be mine. You should come up with an original thought for once.
We watched the same shows.
You could have gone with, I don't know, there had to be some news out there yesterday that was important, right?
Leon Slater won the four-way winner of the losers match to get himself a shot at the NXT Men's Championship at New Year's Evil, where he will probably lose, even though he should probably turn to Shawn Michaels and say, I want to do this at the AMC premiere for TNA, bitch. And Sean will be like, okay, who gets the world title match? And they'll be like, nobody. Leon Slater was my moment. How's that?
It should be bigging up NXT or TNA here. You're Mr. TNA
right.
on this website.
Right. Yeah, well, someone has to be.
Fair.
They don't want me to be anymore. Not the website, TNA. So it's their problem. Book a better show.
My moment of Tuesday, as everyone knows, Thea Hail. We did it after 18 months, maybe even more than that, of wondering why Thea Hail is not the champion of all champions, after complaining the entire time of where is Thea Hail? Why isn't everybody asking? Why isn't Thea Hail the champion? They finally did it. Shawn Michaels understood what was best for business. The referee understood what was best for business. Blake Monroe understood what was best for business. And Thea Hail is the rightful NXT Women's North American Champion. Halians, rise up. Thalians, rise up. Thea Hail stocks all the way up.
It was a good day. Tonight will
I
be
like
also-
when people tag me on this stuff. Like I've made it such a brand of like, you were the first person I thought about. And I was like, you should think about me less.
That's why this show is better than Busted Open. That's why we're going to win awards. We're nominated for awards. You see,
what was this? What are we nominated for?
We should be nominated for everything, but we're nominated for the Brunchies.
Okay.
That seems to be something that our pal Lawrence over at Love Wrestling is doing.
How do I vote for myself multiple times?
I've been told this is a state-run event, and it's not voted on. It's you're just given the award.
That doesn't make okay. Then who's the decider? Who do I have to?
Just ask to Lawrence. Have fun.
Oh, Lawrence is nice. Lawrence has been on our show. We've hung out with Lawrence.
We have. I like Lawrence.
Yeah.
I know. That's why we should win. Did you see the other nominees?
I know Alex, Queen of the Ring, is nominated, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wheezy Blonde is nominated. Busted
Who?
Open for some reason. Wheezy Blonde.
Okay. All right.
And Busted Open for some reason. They're nominated. Don't know why. Kind of.
That's pretty lame.
That's very blunt. And their pal Boris, who did a very, very super long stream, and he's one of the commentators for Love Wrestling.
Okay. All right. I don't feel like Love Wrestling people should be able to win this thing. That seems a little bias here.
Well, the Beards were also nominated, and they're on the shows. They're on Love Wrestling. I mean, I like these people. I like all of these people except for Busted.
I don't like any of them right now.
Fair. I told them when we win, I'm doing a Gunther-inspired rant.
Do we get a trophy?
God, we better. At the end of the video, Lawrence was like, "I might get a video or make it a trophy."
Yeah, if we get a trophy, then I want to win. If we don't actually get anything, I don't care.
Hey, we get that trophy, we'll put it on our mantles, and they'll be on the shots in the background. Jeremy, you'll find a way to put it on the hood of that car.
Can we use our minority having minorities on our show to our advantage here?
We often do. Why?
I'm just saying, like, what do other shows have a Jew?
I'm thinking. Hold on.
Okay.
Busted Open. They've got like 50 billion people on that show.
Yeah, who are we talking about in Busted Open here? Because they do have a lot of people. Like, well, I'm cool. Nah, LaGreca sucks.
Right.
I ain't losing to LaGreca. If we lose to Dyer, Corbin, I like him. We like him. That's fine. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But Mark Henry, Bully Ray, I don't lose to them.
Yo, Jesus, no. That's a slap in the face.
Yeah. Oh, Denise, Denise, okay. We lose to Denise. We like Denise.
We lose to Denise. And you know what? Nick Nemeth, sometimes he's entertaining.
All right, sure. I don't feel like they should be. They're the weekend people. Like, they don't count.
That's true. Oh, God, losing to Tommy Dreamer? I lose to Tommy Dreamer every Thursday when I have to talk about the product that he books. That's a big L for me every week. I don't want to take another one.
Yeah, they gotta specify who the Busted Open hosts are here, because if there's if it's like Dyer and Denise, all right, fine. But if it's LaGreca and Dreamer and Bully, nah, we can't be losing to them.
Lawrence, if you're in the chat, either specify or just hop on and tell us. We need to get to the bottom of this. We need to
I have
know
questions about these awards here.
Yes. And the beard guys, listen, we love JPJ and Pluggo. We do. But like,
we're white guys with beards. They ain't different.
They got bigger beards than us. That's the thing. I mean, although yours could probably rival.
Oh, that's pretty.
Maybe JPJ's a little bit in there. Mine can rival Pluggo's any day of the week. The only difference is mine's white, as it should.
Okay.
But I mean, JPJ's is white.
All right. So, do we have the Jewish vote on lock here because of you?
Yeah, we should. I mean, you know, I did just put out with our pals over at Second Wrestling and Emily May Heller, the top wrestlers, top Jewish wrestlers this year. We've done this is the third year. I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Remember me to tell you off air who the original number one was and how I had to convince them not to go with that person.
Oh, I want to know this now.
SP3 knows, and I'll tell you afterwards because it's a whole story. Number one, rightfully so. It's called the High Spot. It's the top 18 Jewish wrestlers of 2025. Yes, thank you. We've spent a long time with it. There are some names you're going to know, some names you're not going to know. Some of them are very well known in the independent scene. Some of them are coming up. Some of them you've seen on this show. Number one this year, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. You can argue that while he didn't have the most amazing in-ring gear, he's absolutely had the best year from an all-around standpoint. The man went out, had a Adam Sandler movie drop. He's been around for a long time, working the circuit. He's got married this year. He had a good year, did Maxwell. So we gave him number one. Jack Cartwheel is another.
Happy Gilmore?
That's what I said. He had an Adam Sandler movie drop this year.
Oh, okay.
It was Happy Gilmore. And he's working on the other one, the one where he was going to Winterpeg in like the coldest of weathers to go and shoot another movie. Good for him. So Max is number one. Jack Cartwheel's number two. Everyone knows Jack. He's been on your show on the Spotlight a couple of times. We've seen him. You've seen him as well through Evolve. He's a WWE ID talent. He's worked AAA, which is pretty cool. He's worked GCW where he never wins. He's number two. One day he will. Marina Shafir, she's number three. What can you say? It's Marina. She's a badass woman who's been tearing it up with the Death Riders. She's been the backbone of that group. It's Gal, number four. Royce Isaacs. It's Royce. Come on. If you haven't paid attention to Royce Isaacs, you've been missing a lot. Better Together, a tag team. They're number six. Simon Miller, our pal from the UK. He's number seven. Yes, Simon is Jewish. I think in another world, he and I might be related because I do have the Millers in my family tree. BYP, they are new. I don't know BYP, but I'm going to get to know them because they did add me on the socials, and I'm going to dig into them a little bit more. Our pal Cole Cabana is number 9. Boom, boom, of course. Doesn't share that bank account with his mom anymore because he is a high spot. Yours does? Oh, you said he might. Oh,
yeah, he might. I don't know.
That's fair. Sophia Sivan is number 10. Chris Masters, of course, number 11. We talked about this last year. Hope you didn't just find out. But yes, Chris Masters is Jewish. Avizov is number 12. Tomer Shalom is 13. Number 14 was Milo. I don't know Milo yet. Gonna have to. Number 15. This is the one that's gonna surprise everyone. Braun Strowman, Adam Scher.
Okay.
Recently, in an interview where he was talking about the food show, he was asked his bagel order, and he said, "Oh, it's in my blood. I found out that I'm German Jew." And I was like, "You found out what?" So he has got German Jewish ancestry, and I want to dig into that more with old Adam Scher when we get an opportunity. But yes, Braun Strowman's number 15, mostly for the food show. He deserves it. Keep eating, Braun. Eat more for us. Layla Hirsch, number 16, 17, JP Grayson, and number 18, rounding it out, the man who owes us a podcast, Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there was one name that was added that eventually Goldberg. I was like, I don't think we can go with this person.
Goldberg was added, right?
Goldberg was added. Goldberg, listen, this is probably his last time on the on the list until WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia when he makes his triumphant return and beats Gunther. That'll be the next time you see him on this list. But yes, the top 18 Jewish wrestlers of 2025. Shout out to Rabbi Jeremy Fine, who puts this together. He's the owner of Second Wrestling over in Chicago. Emily May and myself putting this together for another year. So go check that out. Happy Hanukkah. The best wrestlers are the Jews you don't even know. Reverse the list and it's right. Goldberg hasn't wrestled other than the one time. Stop it.
So made the most money out. Well, MJF probably made the most money.
I was going to say Max made. Oh, sorry. Why 18 specifically? That's a very good question. 18 in Jewish culture is a good number. It's a positive number. It's chai for life, and it's because the Hebrew letters of chet and yud they have numeric value, and the numeric value is 18. So denominations of 18 are a positive thing in Jewish culture. 18, 36, 54, 72, 118, so on and so forth. Now you know. Oh, 96. That was the other number I forgot.
So we should win the brunchy because we have the Jewish vote on lockdown.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
All right.
I don't see a reason why we wouldn't.
Yeah. No, I mean, we got the black vote as well, right? Yeah, Mark Henry.
Nah, we got. Come on, we got SP3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we got the dude. Come on.
Yeah. We're lacking on the female though. We could. I mean, Kate's hosting on Thursday.
Exactly. Yeah. Kate's gonna come on and bring it on home for us.
Kimmy is probably our second most regular guest behind Cam. There's another
black guy.
Yeah, so I feel like we should play into our diversity as why we should win this award.
Okay, I see it. The beards don't do this. We can do this.
All of our hosts are better than everybody from Busted Open outside of Denise and Corbin. So
that is fair. That's true. Yeah. Denise is very good. We got to put her in her league of her own.
Yeah, she shouldn't count as being part of like the Busted Open team because she is her own person. She just kind of does that as a side gig, like that's a side hustle for her. So I don't really count her as being part of that team.
Yeah, she's better. She's better than that.
That too. Yeah.
If we could pay her better, we would. She would host this show on weekends. We
definitely can't
Bishop
do
Dyer.
that.
Her and Bishop Dyer should co-host this show on weekends.
Oh, that'd be great.
I still want Macklin and Deanna to do this show on weekends. That's my Sunday show right there.
Deanna was very funny messaging me about fantasy football over the weekend. We gotta get Deanna on just talk about fantasy football at this point.
I thought I saw her say something about something costing her fantasy draft.
Yeah, so like I was making fun of the Panthers because they suck, and I'm like, oh yeah, of course the Panthers fumble an opportunity to potentially win the NFC South, and Deanna was like, they fumbled an opportunity to win in my fantasy league. Chuba Hubbard didn't do anything. And then we were just exchanging messages of like, I'm sorry. I could have told you don't listen to the Panthers. Do not trust the Panthers. You can't do it. They suck. You cannot trust in that team. And she's like, I'm gonna come to you next time I have Panthers questions. The answer is just don't do it. That's the answer. Whatever the question is, should I trust this? No, you should not. You should not.
If you win her any sort of fantasy football drafting or any sort of fantasy football league, she owes us another appearance.
I think she beat Macklin in one of her leagues because I did ask her that. I was like, did you beat Macklin? That's all that really matters. She's like, yeah, I did. I was like, all right, you're fine then.
That's all that really matters. At the end.
That's all. Yeah,
did you beat your husband? Yes. Perfect. Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Shout out to Deanna Peraza. Hopefully she wrestles again soon because she won the title. And then I don't know if she's going to wrestle now. Like, you got your title. You're good.
They should let her onto the show just to plug winning that title.
Deanna, I feel like Deanna can come on the show anytime she wants. She did the Taylor Swift appearance, and that wasn't cleared by anybody. She just popped on. Like, all right, sure.
You think anyone knows that she did that appearance? I guess we did get an article or two out of it.
Yeah, I don't think Deanna doesn't say anything wrong, most of these people don't say anything wrong, and we're not out here trying to get people to say anything salacious,
again, this is my problem with dealing with TNA, is that they think that that's everyone's up to doing, and so as a result, their PR person thinks they need to sit in on the interview, they need to give you all these guidelines, and it's like, why bother? Like someone in the chat being like, try to get Carlos Silva or Tommy Dreamer or Delirious. It's like, I'm going to see Tommy in a couple of weeks because he's working. I think it's actually this weekend. He's working Greektown, and if Greektown wants to finally bring people back to do interviews, sure, but like, I don't even know if Tommy wants to talk to me, but it would be very funny if he did. I think Tommy actually is well aware of who I am, and it's not like a me patting myself on the back. Like Tommy and I have had interactions in the past. I'm sure if we talked, it would be quite civil and quite fun. I like Tommy. I think Tommy's actually a really smart guy. I think he's a really smart mind to the wrestling business. I just don't think whatever that they're working on with TNA Creative is inspired. I think Tommy actually does get a bit of a bad rep. Sometimes it's my fault too. Tommy is willing to hear the talent. He's willing to listen to the ideas. He's willing to collaborate with talent on ideas. He's willing to at least like give it a shot. However, there is more than one person running creative. It's not just Tommy and Delirious. Like they are the last two that get to say, but like there are other people at top who also get a say. So Tommy, it doesn't fall on him. And I give Tommy credit because he does listen. He does want to hear out the talent. He's got good ideas. So whether or not I talk to him, that's up to him. And whether or not TNA would give me Tommy, they would not. I'd have to go outside the bounds of what TNA would allow. So there you go.
We're never getting anybody from TNA on this show ever again, outside of Macklin, just because Macklin doesn't care.
Exactly. Well, we'll see. Who knows what Macklin will be up to in a couple of months.
See what he's up to do the show because he's like, I like you guys, but nobody else is coming on this show.
That's it. Oh, but anyway, yeah. Carlos Silva, same thing. We'd welcome him on the show. Sean's made no bones about the fact that he's got an open line with Carlos Silva, and I don't think Carlos is going to do our show. He does enough other appearances. It'll be what it is. It's fine. Tommy heard what you said about him. He probably did. I know. Listen, people in TNA have heard my show. They know my post show. We have said this before publicly. The TNA post show is often a loss leader for TNA to know what wrestling fans feel about their product. There's very much a consensus that it's not fan driven, the TNA post show. It's very much that TNA listen to our show. People from TNA listen to our post show. Whether or not they agree with it, that's up to them. But it's an objective opinion, or subjective opinion, I should say, about a product, about creative. Sometimes people agree.
I'm going to join the TNA post show one week. I know I've been on before, but mainly just to laugh at the company.
I think the plan is on the AMC debut for Cresta and I to be back together for that night. One night only, which literally like 2 nights later, she'll probably be on the Genesis post show with myself and Jensen. So it's not like one night only. It's like one night, but like twice in 1 week type of thing.
I want to join the TNA post show 1 week, and I'm just going to say nothing but nice things about TNA.
I tried to do that once. Remember when everyone was shitting on WWE Creative in 2019? Yeah. Rightfully so. I was like, I'm going to try to say nothing but nice things about this episode.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember you tried to do that bit. It didn't work out too well for you.
No, I was very quickly over it.
Yeah.
I think I ended up using the Homer Simpson stepping on a nail and be like, fiddle dee dee. That's a problem. That's how bad it got.
I think I could pull this off though, because I don't actually care that much. So I can lie and say why I liked this and defend it. You know, you're more honest about things. I don't need to be honest. I don't care.
Try to be nice about things.
Yeah, I think I can pull this off. I can do a TNA 1 night only nice-a-thon featuring me.
And you know what? The episode you're going to pick is going to be like one of the episodes we're not covering, like the best of 2025.
No. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do like an actual show. I'll do the second AMC show, because the first AMC show, it's a big deal and people are going to be excited for it, and I hope it's good. The second AMC show, though, that's where it's like, all right, can you follow this up? How good is this show going to be? And I'm going to make sure it's very good and it's praised. It's praised by everybody well, mainly me. I make sure it's praised by me.
Listen, if you want to do that, I can direct you to other TNA post shows that do that. That
I
praise
don't want to
nothing.
be on those shows.
Well, I'm just saying, you just want to be
I don't
like
want to be
those.
on Busted Open.
That was my introduction to David LaGreca.
Yeah, I don't want to be on Busted Open. Be on this show.
Fair, I get it.
You just don't want to hang out with me more than you already do, Joel. That's all it is. That's
more
fair.
than I'm contractually obligated to. That's
Yeah.
true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Somehow we missed this from Volib earlier. Thea Hail. It's because she spits on fire. What is this based on?
Oh, you don't know this? Who
No,
are the top 5 rappers of all time?
I thought we were doing a
Who
song.
are the top 5 wrestlers of all time? Thea Hail, Thea Hail, Thea Hail, Thea Hail, Thea Hail. Because she spits hot fire. I rhyme and I rip and I rhyme. Listen to the rhymes that Dylon spits.
I'm glad we got that.
Come on now, you gotta know he's a Chappelle show.
Totally couldn't remember that. Thank you.
That's a good bit. It's a follow saying I feel like Jeremy should watch at least the first 8 seasons of The Simpsons.
Yes.
I've seen episodes from the first 8 seasons. I mean, I've seen Simpsons episodes like throughout. Like, I've probably watched the first 8 seasons of The Simpsons because there was a time where I started from episode 1 and like went through and tried watching everything, and then life got in the way, and I don't know if I made it quite to like season 8, but I made it at least to like season 4, season 5 on this. I can't retain it though because this is all stuff I watched later in life, and I can't retain anything from later in life. What I retain is stuff that I watched and loved as a kid and continued to watch multiple times. Like South Park, I watched all of that first run, and then I watched it a million times after that. Simpsons, I didn't watch first run, and then I watched it maybe once after that, so I couldn't retain it at all. Like Family Guy, there's some stuff I can retain off of that because I watched it first run, and then I watched it multiple times after when I was still in like high school and college. But I don't retain too much of Family Guy compared to South Park, where again, I've been watching that like all day, every day for a bunch of my life.
Yeah, exactly. Let's wrap it up with Dynamite and Collision Holiday Bash rundown. You ready?
They're gonna bash in the holidays.
Gonna bash you with holidays. They're gonna be in Manchester, in the UK. A $1 million, $750,000 euro winner take all trios match. The Elite, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega taking on Don Callis family. It's gonna be Takeshita Okada and Hechicero. Who's gonna win the $1 million, Jeremy? The 750,000 euro or pound.
I mean, I feel like the Elite's gonna win, and Hechicero's there to take the fall, right?
It'd be funnier if they pin Okada again, but most likely,
I don't think they're pinning Okada. I don't think they're pinning Takeshita. So yeah, it feels like old Hechicero's there to lose.
Poor Hechi. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they treat Hechi with more respect? He's a lucha legend or something.
Yeah, I like Hechicero. It's really good. I just don't think he's there to win.
The AEW World Tag Team titles are on the line. FTR takes on the Bang Bang Gang. Are they going to do Whisper in the Wind? FTR? I hope they do. God, I'm still. That's the only thing I want.
I want them to do
the Addiction promo from Stokely. Did you also think about Matt Hardy and Addiction when he was cutting that? Because for a moment, I was like, is this a thing?
I want them to do not Whisper in the Wind because I don't know who's pulling off Whisper in the Wind. I guess Cash could maybe do it because Cash likes to do dives.
I think not SB3. I think Sean mentioned one of them could do it and do pretty well.
Do Poetry in Motion though, not Whisper in the Wind. Do Poetry in Motion. Okay, that's a lot easier to do, and you get both guys involved there. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Because Whisper in the Wind is a Jeff move. Like Poetry in Motion is at least both of them. Or do a Twist of Fate. At least that's a Matt move. Like, you gotta do something that's directed at Matt, not Jeff. Jeff didn't do anything. Jeff just wants to chill and play his guitar. He didn't care about this nonsense.
Good for him. Smart. Just do stuff for Matt. Do the side effect over and over and over again. Every move should culminate in a side effect.
And they should just spam the side effect.
It's over and over. I expect FTR to retain the titles and hopefully a very spirited match between these two.
It should be really good.
Yeah. 8-woman tag, Mercedes Moné, Athena, Marina Shafir, and Megan Bayne take on the team of the Babes of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs. Babes of Wrath, of course, are the inaugural women's AEW World Tag Team Champions, but you wouldn't know because they're not defending the titles.
Joel's so mad. What if the titles are on the line in this 8-woman tag?
Well, they're not. It's not an 8-woman tag team match. It is a 8-woman tag team match for the not for the 8-woman tag team championships. That's what I'm saying.
But they could still put the tag team titles on the line. Like, oh, the winning team gets the titles.
Sure, and then the other two teams, it's like an 8-4-1 match in TNA. The winning team then has to face each other at World's End for the tag titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won them a week ago, so strike while the iron's hot. Cowards.
I do like how people were mad at you of like, they won them a week ago. They can't do anything with them because they just won them. Like, they have
they have to cool down. They have to cast them in iron.
I actually don't think Joel is hating to hate on here. Look, I think Joel was wrong about like his setup and how they were setting up this 8-woman tag, and he just completely missed the boat on, he thought they were setting up a tag team match. Yes, I think he was wrong on that. Do I think like he's wrong in that like they could have set up a women's tag team title match instead of an 8-woman? Yes. Like, what was stopping them from setting up a tag team title match here instead of doing an 8-woman tag? Nothing. They decided to go with 8-woman tag. I'm not mad at it. They're setting something up, I assume, for World's End. It's fine. But I also don't think Joel is hating because he was like, why don't you set up your next feud off of this? I think this is all being used to set up the next feud. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I also don't think like you're fully hating.
Yeah, that's why like both options make sense. It's just you could have just struck now and not done the pay-per-view, or done 2 tag title matches between now and the pay-per-view. But here we are. I'm guessing that Marina and Megan get the pin and they face the Babes of Wrath at the pay-per-view. Or maybe at the Dynamite 34th Street show.
Maybe.
Do you think it's going to be Mercedes and Athena?
I think they're gonna do I think they're just gonna do a 4-way tag match at the pay-per-view.
The winner gets the shot at the opportunity to call your shot for the tag titles.
The winner gets to pick the stipulation of the 4-way tag match. Like, I think that's what they're gonna end up doing, honestly. It could be. They're just going to do a 4-way tag match at the pay-per-view, which, okay. Didn't they just do this 4-way tag match? I guess it was Sisters of Sin and not Mercedes and Athena. Yeah.
We've been here, just we mixed up 2 people. The Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale. The Diamond Ring is back. Did we get confirmation? Is it a new ring this year?
Who the fuck knows? Though they make it up as they go.
We got to ask our pal. Wasn't it Jack Jameson who made it? Or no, Diamond Sheik made it.
Diamond Sheik, yeah. I assume they make a new ring. Like, Tony's got the money to make a new ring.
Could be the return of Max, or it could not be. If it's not the return of Max, who's going to win the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal?
What'd they do last year? Because I swear they switch these rules up every single year.
Yeah,
but one year
shot someone. So this year's the winner gets a shot at Maximum Carnage.
Okay.
Yes.
They get a world title shot.
They get a world title shot at Maximum Carnage.
Yeah. What was the year where like they won the Battle Royal?
Oh, and then
they faced MJF.
So it's the final two have to face each other for the ring.
Right.
And Max has won every year.
Yeah.
This is a ridiculous bit.
But no, what I'm saying is like they did a bit one year where it was like the winner of the Battle Royal then faced MJF for the ring. What year was that? They did that one of these years.
Oh yeah, that was the winner take all match in 2022 with Ricky and MJF.
Ricky, okay.
Because MJF was the world champion. So MJF won. MJF had the diamond ring. Ricky was the runner-up.
No, wasn't it last year? Wasn't it last year? It was like Cole and O'Reilly were the last two, and Cole won the match, and then Cole faced MJF for the diamond ring at World's End. Isn't that what they did last year?
Something like that, yes. Kyle O'Reilly was the second winner of the 2024 Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal.
They make it up as they go every single year.
Really
so I think this year is going to be
the last two have a match. Yeah. So
yes.
It's the Battle Royal ends with the last two people in the ring having a match next week at Dynamite on 34th Street, and then the winner of that match gets the diamond ring and gets the title shot at Maximum Carnage.
This year, yeah.
This year, yeah.
I'm saying, I'm saying last year it was they did the match. It was Cole and O'Reilly. I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But last year, Cole and O'Reilly were the last two in the Battle Royal. They had the match, and then Cole faced MJF for the Diamond Ring at World's End. So Cole didn't actually win the Diamond Ring despite winning the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal.
My brain hurts. No, because the winner gets to face MJF for the ring.
Yeah, that's what it was last year. I don't know. This year, they're not doing that. The person just gets the ring, I guess, until MJF.
It's going to get a lot more convoluted once this all comes together. Let me tell you, pal.
I assume MJF is back tonight. I don't think he'll be in the Battle Royal, though. I do not think he'll be in the Battle Royal.
He already has the ring, technically.
Well, it's a new ring, allegedly.
Is it? They've never established.
I don't think he will be in the Battle Royal. My guess of things is he'll come back tonight. He might cash in that contract because I don't know if they want to do Swerve, Hangman, and Joe as the triple threat again. I mean, it's been almost 2 years since they've done it. It's not like they're fully running it back, but I don't know if they want to do that triple threat because MJF still has the contract. He could still get in there. Why he would want to cash in like a 4-way instead of a one-on-one? Maybe you could see it as what?
He could technically steal the win. He can get it at any time.
Yeah, which would make sense. And he has reason with all these guys. Joe beat him at World's End a couple years ago to take the title. He's got the history with Hangman and Swerve on top of that. So it makes sense for him to do it. I think he cashes in the contract. He probably wins a title at World's End. And then get ready, folks, because Maximum Carnage will be another winner-take-all match. MJF, world champion, against the Dynamite Diamond Ring winner, Orange Cassidy, for the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
Cole Cabana finally gets his world title match. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm expecting. I expect MJF to put himself in the World's End match. I would expect him to win. And then that's why this whole Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal stuff is more convoluted than it needs to be in this moment.
People correctly pointing out of like, wait a second, you can get a world title shot from winning a Battle Royal and one singles match, and meanwhile all these dorks in the C2 gotta win like 8 different matches and all they get is a 3rd tier championship. That kind of sucks.
That's how it goes. It's obnoxious. It is what it is. Continental Classic continues in the Blue League. Mascara Dorada goes up against the aforementioned Orange Cassidy.
Oh, well, he's not going to be in the Battle Royal then, I guess. So never mind my Orange Cassidy prediction. Not correct.
He could pull double duty. Who knows?
I don't think that's.
I don't know how robust. I assume Battle Royal. They're going to be a few people from like Rev Pro from just UK Indies around as well. GYV might make an appearance. They've been on AEW television. They just did the dark tapings, right?
I know they're allegedly signed to AEW, but like...
I still don't think they're signed. I think it's one of those they keep getting booked. So anyway, Pac takes on Kyle Fletcher in the Gold League.
That would be great. Very
fun match. Very much looking forward to that. And in the Blue League, John Moxley, Roderick Strong. I don't know how to feel about this. Good. It should be good, but I don't know. It just because like it'll be a really good match. It just feels. It's the battle for Marina. It's the battle for the heart.
Marina can't be there. Marina can't be there.
She can be up in a balcony somewhere, just being like, "Oh, I'm so conflicted."
They've wrestled before. It's not like this is the first John Moxley.
They have had
strong match.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this match. This should be a good match too. John Moxley's been really good for pretty much the second half of the year, pretty much since March, I would say. Post-Revolution, everything post-Revolution, Jon Moxley has been really good. So that should be good. Very curious. I mean, Moxley kind of needs a win here. I don't know if he'll get it, but kind of needs a win. But also, Roddy could use the win in the C2. Roddy's just kind of a guy who's getting beat in this thing. He's just having good matches and getting beat. Oh yeah.
This could be the match that he wins, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Get that upset and it's over Jon Moxley.
Yeah. I think they want to have Moxley feel like he has more of a shot going into the final weeks, where if he loses here, kind of feels like he's done. That's 3 losses. You can't recover from that, because now you can only get a maximum of 6 points and people already have 7 points. So, you're out. So yeah, Moxley's out with a loss. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's a 3-hour show tonight, so have fun. It's going to air 8 p.m.
There's more, isn't there?
Nope, that was it. That's all that's been announced.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Those 3. That we did a lot of matches there. That was 3 Continental Classic matches. The contract signing. We didn't mention the contract signing, but we kind of rolled that into MJF.
The MJF stuff, yeah.
The Battle Royal, the 8-woman tag, the 750,000 pound match, and the tag title match.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels like there
might be more.
There was more.
There might be more now. That's what's on the card.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I have my winner for the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
Oh boy, who is it?
Brody King.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Brody King's in the Battle Royal. I think he wins. That's my pick. Brody King.
I'm into it. I think Serpentico wins and goes on a run.
Brody King and MJF is also a really good match for Maximum Carnage. So yeah, I'm going with Brody King.
When do they bring Darby back? After the C2? They're gonna wait until after the C2?
Yeah, it's got to be after that, because if he comes back during the C2, then just put him back in the C2.
Exactly. Yeah. just kind of like, yeah, it's kind of weird. All right, I'm glad we're all on the same page there. All right, is there anything else we got to plug before we get on out of here?
Results of our poll question here. The question was Thea Hail, and your options were at 10% Thea Hail, at 12% Thea Hail, at 15% Thea Hail, and at 63% Thea Hail. People voted, 63% was the first Thea Hail. So people clearly just didn't want to read the other options and just voted for Thea Hail.
Lazy. People are lazy. Can't believe Thea Hail ran away with that poll.
As she should.
True.
What did we accomplish today, Joel?
Wrestling is best when it's real and you just go with it. That's all you need to do. And when your cross-brand superstar wins a fatal 4-way in which everyone else was a giant loser, you take that giant loser victory and you take it to AMC, and that's when you cash it in. And finally, The Rock. That's it. The Rock.
Oh, I think the biggest thing we accomplished today is Thea Hail. That's it. This whole show was built around her, as it should have been after this this monumental title victory that will unfortunately end in like 3 weeks.
It's very upsetting.
Good. The NBA Cup championship banner is dumb as hell. They shouldn't raise it. I respect that the Knicks aren't going to do it. And they got so many banners in MSG. It's like you're going to stick up a regular season banner next to like all of these championships. Because it's not just, Knicks championships from 80 years ago. It's also Rangers championships from 80 years ago. So you're going to stick up like this regular season banner next to all these championship banners, next to all these retired numbers. It just looks stupid. That's why I thought the Lakers doing it was so dumb. It's like, you guys are the Lakers. You have multiple NBA titles. You have multiple legends, retired numbers, and you're putting up a regular season NBA Cup banner.
You know why they should put up the banner?
Why?
You know why they should? Everything
Why?
you just said goes way out the window when you realize that one of those banners hanging in the rafters is for Billy Joel and the amount of concerts he did at MSG over
So
the course of his time.
Taylor Swift has a banner at Staples. I refuse to call it by its current name. She has a banner at Staples because she broke like the sellout record and everything. Like, that's fine. At least you're like, doing something big there. These concert banners. That's pretty cool to hang that kind of stuff. This NBA Cup thing it literally does not count. The New York Knicks have 0 extra wins from winning yesterday. It does not count. Yeah, and you win the NBA Cup and then you lose in the first round. That's why I respect that the Spurs threw the game in the fourth quarter. Is they were like, oh, if we win, that's a first round exit. If we lose, that means we're going to the championship, because the Pacers lost 2 years ago. We're in the championship last year. The Thunder lost last year, won the championship last year. So I respect that the Spurs threw the game last night.
Well, we are not back tomorrow. We're not allowed.
I'll be here for a little while.
Yeah, we'll see. Jeremy might get locked out of his own show. We'll find out. SP3 and Kate will be here to cover everything that you saw on Dynamite Holiday Bash and Collision Holiday Bash. And also, I feel like maybe they'll do the takedown on SI's Top 25 Pro Wrestling Awards. Maybe they'll talk about that.
Boy.
Because that's what we need to brand about is award winners for the season.
We don't need to get ourselves in trouble with our friends.
He works for the site. It's okay. We can do it. SP3 can do it. Is he on this? He's on this. It's fine. He's listed. It's, our pal Rick and Blake and Ethan and John Alba and Lyric and SP3 and Zach Haydorn. We like those people. Many of them have been on our show. We'll let them talk about. Well, we'll let SP3 talk about the awards tomorrow. And I'm sure
SP3 is gonna get mad at all these people who didn't vote the correct way.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for that conversation. So, Jeremy, anything left to plug before we get out of here?
No. SP3 and Kate will be on the show tomorrow. I'll be around near the end of the show, and that's about it. I don't think there's anything else going on. Enjoy the 8 hours of Dynamite tonight, everybody. There's nothing else on in the world. There's no sports on tonight. The Avs don't play. The Thunder don't play. A boring ass night of sports. I guess I gotta watch wrestling.
Well, you won't, but we'll see. Because
I will. I just might not watch it at the designated time.
Designated time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm on the hump today. I forgot.
Jeremy and Sean are on the hump. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern, so in about an hour and a half if you're watching live. We will be back, Jeremy and I, on Friday, but tomorrow go check out SP3 and Kate. It'll be a fun show, a different show, and SP3 will yell at you as Zeno Hour, and Kate will probably join in. She's not going to protect you. Nobody gets protected.
Yeah, I literally forgot I was on the hump until last night. I was in the shower and I was like,
that's
oh
when
shit.
You typically think about humping, hey? Leave it
alone.
alone.
My wife was with me, so, and I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm on the show tomorrow. And then I forgot I had a doctor's appointment around the same time. I should be back from my doctor's appointment. If not, Sean will just start the show early. I don't know what we're talking about today. I'm going to just big up
Thea Hail. Just Thea Hail for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. You know who he is. You know who I am. Go enjoy Kate and SP3 tomorrow, and then enjoy us on Thursday or on Friday being like, what we're going to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about Dynamite.
TNA. Yeah, we'll give our thoughts on Dynamite on Friday so Joel can hate.
Yes, all about it. Yeah. If I remember what had happened, because it'll be it's 48 to 36 hours. 36 to 40 hours. Anyway, it'll be a long time. But we'll do that, and we'll do TNA talk, because there'll be some good news coming out of TNA, and then some not so good news. So we'll talk about it then. The winner of the Battle Royal, and then the cage match will be the other side of it. Well, him too. So for Jeremy Lambert, you know who I am, you know who he is. Thumbs up on the way out. Ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the boundary, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.